everybody. Welcome back to SOS. Season 3, episode 30. Are we at 39?
9.
Yeah, okay.
39.
I remembered this time. It's been a couple weeks, but we weren't gone for those couple weeks. In fact, we were playing a Fallout right here on the channel. Hopefully you were here watching. It was a great time. Dot ran it. She was overseer, and it was chaos in the best possible way, I think.
Oh, I got
looking very different today.
Yeah, you are. You are in fact. You are correct.
You
like, give me 2 seconds to sort some cameras. No, wait. I got it backwards.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Nope.
Mathis play Emmy. Who gets
There we
to
go.
play
I got it.
Mathis, though?
I got it.
Who wants to be storyteller?
Yeah. No, Mathis was storyteller, and Tracy was Ava, but the three of us were all yeah.
I'm logging in to the game right now. But yeah, welcome back, episode 39. Good to have everybody back. If you want to go watch that Fallout stuff, go to the youtube.com/podbynight. Both of the VODs are up there right now. They're full 4-hour shows. You get to watch, like I said, Dot is as overseer. I get to play, and you can watch Tracy play an insane cultist. You can watch Bub play a really hilarious Mr. Handy. And you get to watch Maggie play the most normal one out of all of us. A pregnant woman with a dog looking for her missing.
Also, I heard what you guys did in episode 2, and I was like, oh my gosh, if my character was there, would not allow
I was about to say,
that.
I think we also need to call out the insanity of Mathis's character, offing one of the major NPCs of the campaign.
I didn't know he was gonna be like. Tracy was just trying to drag along another mouth to feed. And,
I know.
I was just trying to help the party out at the end of the day by putting a bullet in his head. I tried to
he didn't touch on
me and let him live. You were like, now we got to carry him. I'm like, you're defeating the purpose of why I did this.
I know.
You didn't touch on the fact that you were playing Grant as a ghoul.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Little
That's
crossover.
Immediately, you want to go watch.
Yeah.
Go watch Grant as a ghoul in Fallout, and I think I played a decent Grant as a ghoul in the world of Fallout.
I think you did too.
Yeah, it definitely. I feel like Bub and I were talking about like. We loved it.
The Mr. Handy in Savoy was fucking amazing too. So let's not pretend that wasn't hilarious. And then as Dot improv, like he can only whisper when he's in Savoy mode.
I can only whisper. And I will say, because I did a little special editing, if you watch the YouTube, so even those that watch live, go watch the YouTube, because every time Savoy arrives, he has a new theme song. He has like a do-do-do-do that plays every time he switches.
I never got to forcibly shove the mask on to see what would happen.
So yeah, that's
come back in the summertime.
That's true. Yeah. So that's actually, you should let us know if you liked the show. Please let us know somewhere. The Discord. Just tell us that you liked it. And I will say another great way to tell us that you liked it is to go buy the Glow Must Flow merch T-shirt that is currently available on our T Public site. You can become.
I messaged the group during the week, and I was like, every time I pee now, it's
the Glow Must Flow.
A little improv line from Tracy turned into something so much worse.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
It's come a long way. So yeah, I believe. Let's see. I don't know. I think this. Let's see.
I imagine ghoul urinates radioactive glowing piss. So
no, without a doubt.
Do they even
at least
pee?
glows in the dark?
Do they
I don't know if they
pee?
even pee, but
these are all questions we can't answer unless we get another season, everybody. So you have to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even if they can't, ghoul Grant did. So
maybe it's kind of like vampires, you can force yourself to cry.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's not forget Beb was with us too.
Yeah.
Dude, Beb was the opening scene you gave Beb right away was like badass for one. Like the description and learning that Beb was the one that was like, this is how I want it to be.
Yeah.
He was I would say he would have been the most normal one, but we got little scenes with him where his morals were very obviously a little bit more than he presents himself to be. He was a badass, and we'll see Beb on here again. Oh, absolutely,
for sure.
He's fun. We love Beb. Other than that, we should probably.
I love that people call him Beb now based on a typo that I made.
Yep. No, see, that's
it
how
happens.
That shit happens, dude. Yep. That's how that shit happens. Listen, you can't shake certain branding. Sometimes you're fucking stuck, no matter how hard you try, and even the AI machines.
Sorry, Bentham.
It's written me like a dozen times, and every time it says a Beb Bub raid. That's what it's always that.
It's just stuck. But before we get into SOS, the other stuff we got to shill here first. Obviously, if you guys are enjoying the show, please let everybody know. Let your friends know. Share the show with people. Let them know what they are. I feel like every week we got new people who are like jumping in, like, oh, this is really fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But if you want to go above and beyond, You can do it in two ways. You can do here right here at the Twitch channel. If you sub here, you get access to all the VODs instantaneously, access to a bunch of emotes, all that good stuff. And all the sub money goes directly to supporting the cast of SOS to make sure we keep going forward with the show. That's why we get it. And if you want to even go beyond that, you can go to patreon.com/podbynight, where you can support all of our endeavors, podcast, stream, and the like, where you'll get a little extra goodies like after shows, video, and audio, depending on the tier, and a bunch of other stuff. And our Discord is totally free to jump in as well, where you can just join the community, hang out, talk about the shows or whatever fun things you're doing at the moment. And everybody over at Discord is just like, it's a great community. So I highly suggest you go check it out. And I think that's it. Oh, well, no. And thank you to Roll For It, obviously, for doing this with us. If you guys don't want to, the VODs will be free usually a few days after. They've been catching up over at the youtube.com/rollforit channel, where you
I think
can
we got
watch.
the last ones, right? You
I think that's
sent
correct.
them.
I think we're
I'll
pretty
try to
much
keep
caught
on
up.
Bet-
Caught up
on
already,
Bev
so yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
I've been
So-
trying to whip him. I'm like, get him up there.
I think there's still 2 more, but
There's
Yeah.
still 2 more.
They're coming.
Yeah.
I'm catching up.
but
They
yeah.
got-
I think those were the last 2 that we were waiting on, and I don't know if you
Yep.
gotta
Yeah.
check on it.
Yeah.
But you can go watch not only obviously season 3 here, but you can go watch season 1, season 2, and the little prequel series called Just Around the Corner for those 6 episodes to, if you want to know a little bit more about the changeling world and a little bit more about what the Fae are about, that's a good way to dip your toe into kind of how they are presented here. And I missed anything, Dot? Is there any more event? Is the Shovelhead event still going, or is that done?
It's almost done.
10
Okay,
days.
We have,
Okay.
we have 10 days.
So you got a week left.
You got. This is your chance. So
Yeah, if you got a week, you can jump in.
I won't say it will be the last of. It won't be the last event we do, but this will be the Shovelhead event. So if you're
How's that
feeling
event been going, by the way?
shovelly, yeah.
It's been interesting to watch people come in, because a lot of people that are coming in for the event are first time like play-by-post players. They have no idea what they're doing, but a lot of people have been very accommodating and incredibly inviting, showing them the ropes. And I've given them subtle directives as Pastor Julius to do all kinds of crazy things. And so far, I believe I've heard talks of bombing a police station,
Yeah.
kidnapping and insanguinating other kindred. The list just keeps going in
Also
the
known as
crazy.
Diablerie.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
It's
Cool.
wild. It's
So I-
wild stuff.
That's a
Wow.
bot, everybody. It's just, but I mean, that's what makes them great villains. Is they're as evil as that, but also there's like that community aspect to some of them, and not everybody's as like heinous as that. They're just like Kindred. They kind of sit on a scale of range of extremities. But it has been 2 weeks. Before we
Yes.
jump in, let's recap what happened last week with a Ava tinted.
Yes.
Recap?
Flavored.
Yeah, we call it Ava flavored recap, shall we?
Yes, as per the usual. And I may enlist Emmy for some help, as Maggie is really good at taking notes. So there may be some things that I forgot. But
Did you go back and watch this, Dot, or is this the
I-
only recap you're getting?
It's the
Okay,
only
yeah.
recap I'm getting.
Okay, so this is all your. Okay,
I
cool.
was gonna say, I was watching it while I was getting ready to refresh my own mind. Really, the last episode, Dakota was out. So it was Emmy, Ava, and Ollie, and Ava was out the prior episode. So Ava was just returning and learned about some of the stuff that was Grant's getting ready for Grant's date with the Witch of the Yards. So that still hasn't happened, but it's supposed to happen in 2 nights from where we left off. And the big thing that happened in the first half was Ollie found a dead body of what we learned to be a ghoul of somebody, ? Don't know who, but somebody. And
The cats found a trespasser called
Yes.
Dirty, I believe was the word they
Yeah,
used.
dirty.
And they tried to,
Yep.
you're trying to get like how, and they only can, they're animals, they can only speak in like one simple word answers and kind of only understand basic questions. So they tried to say like friend to imply Grant.
their name, Wildcard Alex, I wrote as notes. Maggie, I don't know if you have any content. I was like, when did we get his name?
That's a
Yeah,
wild
we learned about the Ghost Runner, like the Ghost Runners,
Ghost Runners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Information.
and the people who live in like the Bruja territory, and
Right,
this
right.
person was known as Wildcard,
Wildcard.
but his real name was Alex.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I wrote that down. But yeah, so we learned a bit about that. And I believe we took the body. Did we take the body to the boat? Because I At the very
That
beginning
was-
of the
That
episode.
was
an
the
idea you
plan.
had. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
I think you did it.
I will say there is a body at the boat.
Oh, I
because
love that.
Ava,
Okay.
at
Yeah.
the
Just
beginning of
Leave
the
it the trash for
episode,
Dakota. Okay, I love that.
I
There are
love
2
that.
bodies now.
Ava
I think
left
you were
some
going
trash.
but why do I feel like you didn't at the end of it? Like you were gonna do that, and then something made you change your mind.
Yeah, I don't remember what we did with the school. I don't remember. So, but
It was the mortuary call. I was like,
yes,
you
you
go
did
drop
the
body
mortuary
off.
call. Yes.
But-
That's why I'm having a hard time remember. You just made a mortuary call, so she didn't have to go drop the body on
Yeah.
Dakota's boat
Oh,
for her to
good.
be surprised.
Ollie's
by it.
always
Yes.
got Dakota's
But-
back.
And I
Thank you,
think she
Ollie.
No,
I
think
think
it
her
said
response
that
to that was
too.
like, good, because I already left a body there for
because
Oh.
at the
Yeah.
beginning of the episode, Ava still has 2 points of aggravated damage she has to recover. So I tried to recover one at the beginning of the episode. Failed.
What
A
was the
friend.
body you left at Dakota's boat then?
I got to 5 hunger and I failed my resist frenzy.
Right.
and killed-
frenzied.
and killed I killed somebody, and I almost killed 2 people, but I lingering kissed the second one and told them to go bring the body to a boat to deal
Do-
with it.
You may have 2 bodies to deal with, just in case Clyde and
And-
Jim.
Killed
Oh yeah,
the-
they might have ate the other one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't know what to do with the bodies. Ava panicked. She's like, "Okay, Dakota's boat." So, dealt with that. But that's look, we gotta do. What we gotta do.
You
We could-
succeeded your remorse rolls, though. You're not losing
I
humanity.
did not lose.
Okay.
We could kind of retcon that if you wanted. Like, it could have just been one of those things where you said it was there, and then Ollie was like, Dakota's not around to fix this, and we don't need bodies lingering on top deck.
I mean,
So,
if
like,
you told Ollie where it was, which I think you brought it up, but if
I
not,
did.
I'm, it makes sense.
I
You
leave
guys
it up to
know
y'all.
each other.
Dakota will deal with the problem one way or the
Ollie
other.
will. He'll take care
it
of
would
it.
make sense.
Okay.
I mean,
if he's already got a mortuary call going for the body in there, then it totally makes sense that he's got more of a drop off. So
I'd be-
he'll handle it.
Yeah.
that
So
would be something season 1 you guys would probably be worrying about, less than season 3 you guys.
yeah. And then it got us talking. We were talking about some things, and
God.
A, we had Grant's date we were thinking about and worrying about. B, Ollie came up with this idea. Okay, and
What led to this, though? Do you remember?
it was the Witch of the Yards.
Which is really, it was the Grant conversation. It kind of spun into.
Yeah, maybe Ollie, you can explain this idea a bit more. But the Witch of the Yards had this fire that you were
Yeah.
intrigued by.
Yeah.
Was
We-
Dakota here for that part? Did
Yes,
learn
I
that
was.
fire? Yeah,
well,
Dakota
I-
was here for that.
Dot was
Yeah,
definitely
but-
here, but Dakota,
But we had an
did
i-
learn that. Yes.
We had an
But we needed to
idea.
get
Dot
Ava
Dakota
on
didn't know
board
that.
with the deal, with the idea.
right.
The kicker was that she has a fire that doesn't burn kindred,
Correct.
that actually keeps the shadow away.
At bay. Yes.
And we needed to figure out how to get that. And I was like, you know what we could do? We could trade Ava's fucking kooky mind powers and her ability to see the future through photographs. And I was like, wait a minute, probably not a great idea. I shouldn't be volunteering my friend's abilities. And then I was like, maybe it's not a bad idea. Let's ask. So I asked, and she was like, I don't hate that.
Yeah, I was like,
in
all
the most
right.
Ava way.
Yeah.
And I was like, but we're gonna need something more to kind of bait a fairy into this. I was like, wait a fucking minute. Let's recall back so long ago. Something I did.
Early season
Like
2.
beginning of season 2, when I did the research on the Layla book and I found out
Yep.
that Darian Tuck
Yep.
was in Chicago, and I got his address, but I never dug into it. It just kind of went cold.
Yeah.
So I
So
plucked that.
we kidnapped Darian. No, we didn't kidnap him. We talked to
I
him.
mean,
We
Technically, you did, but
yeah.
Technically, that's what Bub was going to do. I feel like.
Oh,
'cause
yeah?
Ollie,
if Emmy wasn't
Ollie
there,
was just gonna tie him up and carry him out there, and I mean,
He's
hid
not
in the
real.
trunk.
He's not real. Like Ollie knows he's not a real person. He's a moving pile of sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never
So-
told Emmy that, so I don't think Emmy knows any of that.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I
but-
told you about
yes,
her name's
Kara.
Kara,
You killed, you
right?
stabbed Kara in the woods.
in
you
the
told
woods, and she
story.
turned into sticks and dust.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you guys told me all of that later. I thought.
Yes.
Yes, but you do know now that Darian
Yeah.
is a pile of sticks,
They're
essentially.
magic sticks.
Yes.
With a sliver of the real person's soul within it.
Yes. And yeah, so we grabbed him. Ollie and Emmy went to his place. We brought him back to the bar, and basically Ollie's like,
Well,
yeah, this
hang
man's
on.
a dead man.
They went through the house.
They went through the
found
house.
Well,
some things.
Ollie was trying to catch him because Darian was trying to run away, And then meanwhile,
Yeah.
Emmy just like searched the entire house.
So yeah, basically what happens, they knocked on the door a couple times, they heard nothing. Eventually Emmy peeked under the door crack to see, and she or Ollie did one of the two, and they saw what looked like his leg stepping out of his window as he was trying to run.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like 3 a.m, and people were like, I forget where the excuse was, but either way, he was like panic.
And
So
he's
Ollie
like,
yeah, he just like pushed the door open with his strength, and then Emmy just locked eyes with them and was like, sit down, and basically, and he was like, okay.
Yeah. He was going down the storm, or not the storm,
yeah.
the fire escape, and I hopped the balcony and grabbed him. I was like, "Come on, big
That's
fella,
right.
let's
You
go
went
back
up
up."
and over the balcony while he was running. Yeah.
yeah. So he's a bit, essentially like a shut-in. Like his books haven't really been selling. He doesn't have a lot of money. He's struggling a bit. He's kind of a sad man. But
After his Layla series ended, yeah.
yeah. But did you find anything else?
I
Emmy?
found a journal.
Yes, you did.
Underneath his pillow. It was like a dream journal that he was
Yes.
doing. And then I found out that he was basically having similar dreams to what's his name? Nero, yeah.
Moonlight Sonata, yes. And when we brought him back to the bar and mentioned that, immediately that piqued Ava's attention that, you know, this guy is also having Moonlight Sonata-esque dreams. So Ava tried to premonition on Darian, and saw something about that was like essentially a person, a figure of like moths, and some other weird shit. And I heard whispers in my ear of the Weaver, and Emmy rolled to see if she remembered that name. And many, many years ago, Emmy had heard the name the Weaver as potentially a fae creature. To what, we don't know, and we still don't really know who the Weaver is, but that was part of the vision. And that's for the most part where we left off. We have Darian with us in the bar, in the Lights Out pub.
Okay.
And Ollie's gonna go back and get the hermit crab named Pip.
Oh my God, the hermit crab. Yes.
forgot.
Yes.
Who's hermit crab?
Darian.
It's Darian's hermit crab.
All right. Okay, so
now it's Emmy's hermit crab.
in a single night,
Well,
you killed 2 people, you kidnapped a man / fetch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you begin a plan to trade Ava's
to bring-
abilities for
And-
Fae firepower, literally.
And Darian is like the gift, like the thing
the
that
trade.
we're bringing,
Great.
yeah, to
Cool.
show up. Like, hey, we brought dangle it,
Cool,
you know. So,
cool.
but yeah, that's our plan. So that's what we're planning to do. Go to Madison, maybe.
Well, Dakota's gonna learn more details, I'm sure, when she returns.
And how we found out about the ghost runners, for context, is that Ollie called their cop friend, and that's how they found out about
Got it.
that, because they had a tattoo on them, and none of us knew what the tattoo was, but it's a ghost runner tattoo.
Yes.
Wait,
Got
which
it.
connection?
That's the goal. That
Um,
I have,
The
I have
cop.
police.
Police
I have,
connection,
like 3
right.
dots in police connection.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you just called like a general. Okay, got it.
I'm like trying to find where I wrote that shit down.
So
like the
much.
mall.
That's the
Okay.
only other thing that I could think of that
So
we
I'm
missed, but
guessing
you did a
Dakota-
good job,
yeah.
Tracy.
Can we say Dakota was doing normal gangrel things and maybe reading the book from Cretius because she'd like to finish that one
yes.
while y'all were out killing and kidnapping people?
Well, I mean, he was like, you know, is it kidnapping if he's excited to go?
No, it's fetch napping.
I mean, okay, yeah, that too, obviously.
You were also getting a gift for Ollie, I think.
Oh yes,
That's where you had- that's where you had run
that's
off
right.
to.
I did
Oh,
have
yeah.
ideas for
I think
Ollie's,
Just for
Everybody was
context
talking
of
about that.
what was up.
Yeah.
but we never actually. I never really got to share with the rest of them what I was thinking. So
Here it is. Okay, yeah. So the thing you saw basically was all like light blue lunar iridescent moths that all came together to form a humanoid like silhouette as their wings beaded
Yeah.
in symphony. And in the center of what would be their head, you saw a very ice blue cold fire at where their eyes were. And it said something to you. You heard a bunch of whispers, but I feel like, were you able to pick any of it out or no?
Just the Weaver.
Just the Weaver? Okay, it might have
Yeah.
been it. And then that was it. Do you remember do you remember what you were trying to induce for a vision at the time that caused that?
Moonlights and
No, this is a vision you had because you were inducing a vision. You were trying to figure something out.
yeah.
She was
intention
touching
behind it.
Darian.
You were
I
trying to
was-
Darian, and your intention, because your intention is to you were trying to make contact You were trying to make contact with
with
the woman with
Autumn.
the twigs in her hair, with Autumn. You were in the
with Autumn.
Were you in the cabin or were you in Darian's apartment when you did that?
We were at the bar.
We were at the bar.
Sure.
You're at the bar.
Tracy
The
didn't come
intent
to
was
the-
you were
to
trying
the
to reach out to like somehow maybe see if you can make contact or whatever with Autumn, but instead you had this.
Yeah.
There was intention behind it. So, but that's something you can describe in game as Dakota comes back and she's going to have to hear all this. As,
Oh boy, howdy! I just wanted to go to
where did you
karate,
end up putting
everybody.
Darian? Did you put him in the cell or did you give him one of your rooms that you have near your bar?
Like in the bar.
Well, we learned very quickly that if Autumn wants something, even cold iron doesn't matter. So
Correct.
what's the point of having to do all of that reworking when we could just have her bust a door down? So it's going to be in the bar.
Yeah,
And it's going to be
we're just
locked.
going to keep
in
him
one of
like
the
a
rooms.
guest, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emmy would need to be around. The difficulty would be during the daytime when the ability would eventually, it doesn't last forever. It's like a scene or what have you. So her mind powers would eventually subside through the day. You can drain him of 2 points and basically give him to the point where he's like too unconscious to really move. You can unlock him in the room.
Yeah, I was going to lock him in the room and have Grant there during the day just to make
that's
sure
totally
he doesn't
fine.
bounce out.
I just wanted to get a idea of what we're walking into here. All right, cool.
Okay.
With that all said and wonderful, that's everything, right, Ava? Is that where we left off?
That was everything. Yep.
That's what I
Then let's
remember.
pick back up and set the scene, rein things in.
I think rationalizes indefinitely though.
Is there? Oh, that's right. You used a higher level one. You didn't use
it's the
Yeah.
fourth
hell for
level.
some reason. No,
Mm-hmm.
you use rationalize. Different story.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just like, is it only a scene? Now I'm curious.
No, I was thinking of compel.
Yeah, I didn't compel him.
No, you just dominated his mind.
I was just like, you want to be with us. You're fine. I can't remember what she said, but
he
it
was
clever
excited
in the
either
moment.
way. He was very ready to go. So as we bring ourselves back into this world after a small 2-week break, it's not the sounds of grilling burgers or the chatter of tipsy and or drunk individuals at a familiar bar, but that of skateboard wheels on concrete. This is your your new skateboard go get it yet? Have you gone to get it?
Yeah,
Pick it up?
yeah, I
It's done,
walked out
so
with
you're
it.
you're riding. This is your new
Yeah, my
your
new board.
as you're using this. We are, as our vision fades in, we're actually a close-up shot tracking the skateboard, only seeing bits of your feet, just the bottom of the soles as you kick and skirt around pedestrians as their feet kind of trace by. And of course, as we pull out, we see Dakota, not too far away from the Lights Out pub. Last night was productive, Dakota. It was just a meeting of the minds of whatever gangrel were there, but those that were there, after you've put up the fight and asserted yourself, there's not been a single ounce or breath of resistance to this plan. You've truly, no matter which you speak to, while some may be more stoic and only give one-word answers and others more chatty, none of the gangrel are pushing back or trying to rustle your fur, as it were. You are truly an alpha among those in your pack.
Now for
And-
Dakota to believe it. Am I still
Well,
furry?
No, this is the second night's done. I think
Okay,
it's only
good.
about 2
It's only
nights
like
for you,
2
so-
nights, depending on the severity. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm
so for
feeling
you-
real good tonight because I'm not furry anymore.
And so as you we see you kick off into an alleyway as you kind of catch the skateboard as it flips into the air. And you walk to the very familiar back door, maybe a little later than usual, as you probably had a few more things to take care of. You step into a bustling, around 9-ish, 10 p.m.-ish Lights Out pub. Grant's cooking on the grill over nearby. And you can see Ava, Emmy, and Ollie all together. Not having gone anywhere. I'm assuming you left him in the room waiting for Dakota to get back for today. So he hasn't been brought out at all. And almost on time, maybe a little later than usual. Again, you know where she was. In steps Dakota to the rather busy night here at the Lights Out pub.
But Mathis, did I manage to get anything new out of the book I was kind of going through, the newest book from Cretius? I know Emmy and I had kind of been sharing space, and maybe
Yeah, but it's only been one night, technically.
So I
since
didn't
the
really
last
get
time. So
much
not
from the
super-
read.
I would have you make me an intelligence academics check.
Okay. Since this would have been, yeah, sure, why not? Okay.
Do you have any specialty that add to that or no?
No, I don't have a specialty, but I'll rouse. Eventually, I guess maybe my next thing I should
Yeah,
spend my
everybody
points on
rouse
is
for waking up as well. Rouse for waking up.
I'll
please.
do that after this roll then.
Rouse.
Oh, and Ava, you need to roll 3 more on top of that.
Still hungry.
I only got really 2.
And then we also can feed, right? If we have a herd.
Yes, if you have herd, you can feed on them once a week. With 2, nothing like immediate jumps out, but I'm going to be tracking your intelligence academic successes until you reach a threshold.
Cool. I guess I could willpower that too. She probably would have. Let me just, for the sake of it, I can reroll 3,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Especially if you're going to track it. Might as well give it.
And Ava,
get all I got.
you roll 4?
Hey, that makes it
I did.
5.
Wow, you
And
rolled
a critical
incredibly
success,
well.
which makes it 7.
Wow. Okay, you are basically at where I want you to. Just you're a few short, but you can guess the number I'm looking for of total success.
Okay, cool, great.
You're making progress. Like you're not sitting here and reading this book and going, "What is the point of this book?"
Right.
It's just once you hit that, I'll give you.
That's fine. The comprehension's there, which is all I care about.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, you step in and Ava. Wow, incredible roll. You only rolled 1. I mean, you're still at 400.
Ooh, yeah.
unfortunately.
Wow, Ava.
Where do you feed before you come in, Ava? Would you go to the rack and feed?
But I probably should. Yes.
Because do you have a herd or no?
I do, but I have fed off of them recently.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, yeah. And and Ollie's domain territory has been hunted in pretty often this week, about 3 times if I'm remembering correctly. So that's kind of right. You're running a real risk of having like continued people.
Could feed by the theater. That's also our block.
You got theater or rack. Those are your 2 choices.
Yeah. I'll just feed at the rack.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me your roll.
Yep.
And what's the intent? Are you trying to take them somewhere private? Or what are you looking to do?
Yes, ideally I would like to take them somewhere private.
Okay.
So let me just roll my
Hotel room kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just a way where, if you make a mistake, you can
take care of it. Yeah.
Right. 3 successes is plenty to feed. Would you take them to a nearby hotel essentially, or would you take them? I mean, the Lights Out pub is like a 45-minute drive from where you're at, so it's a long drive, but you could.
I'll probably just take them to a hotel. I think.
Not going to worry about money. It's something that's frivolous for all of you at this point. Once you're in a private space, please make me your frenzy resist check.
Yeah.
Tear him up, Ava.
Again, dude.
It's gonna eat him all again. No.
And so.
No. Oh my God. I cannot take all this damage and have to heal like this.
This is aggravated damage is rare for this very reason, because even if you win, it lingers and impacts. So take a stain.
Killing me.
As you once again, the serpent coils its way to the front, and without even realizing it, you've given up. You've given up control, and it's not a sudden jerk. It's not a sudden overtaking. It's ecstasy given into helplessness, where the serpent of the Toreador takes another soul for itself. You're at 0 hunger, though.
That's good.
We'll have you roll that at the end of the session, of course.
Yep.
What are you going to do with them? Now you sit there and you stand up and see another.
Now I take him to
How?
Oh, that's a good question.
In a hotel room.
Oh, fuck. I can't just walk out with a body.
You have the hotel for the night, right?
Oh yeah.
You can leave him and tell
I'll
somebody.
keep him in there. I'll keep him in there and tell the coterie. So I'm just gonna leave him in there.
The issue is like having anybody find him isn't like a dead body, but it's a dead body that's all of its blood is gone and there's no obvious wounds. Like that's the danger. Is like
put the do not disturb sign on the door.
Yeah, lock the door, padlock it.
Yep.
Do not disturb. And I just
draw the blinds,
out the window,
the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
The balcony.
So, Ava, would you tell Ollie before Dakota gets there, or would you wait for Dakota to get there before you say like, "Hey, I got a problem"?
I would let them both know.
Okay, so Dakota. Well, back to the scene where Dakota rolls in, and the whole coterie there.
Hey, I come in the door and like do a little bit of like a cool spin and skateboard, and I'm like, I'm not fuzzy anymore.
Did you get the thing?
What thing?
The thing that we were talking about?
What thing?
What thing?
I mean, looks at her and then darts her eyes at Ollie and then back at.
I mean, I have a lot of things. I pull out the book from Gracious. I have.
As she darts her eyes to Ollie and back to you, Dakota probably like the gift.
Oh, yeah. The thing. Working on that. We should talk. Nothing. There's no thing. This thing. I hold up the book. This thing. This is what. It's a really long title. We just call it The Thing.
Oh. All right, that's kind of weird.
We should talk. Yes. I'm
good to hear from Ava, Dakota, as you walk in. You guys are having a normal conversation, and Ava's like, "Yes, we should talk." Actually,
I may have a body that I have to deal with.
Again?
Well, what did you do?
I can look.
well, you know she's suffering
do you mean
aggravated damage. You
again?
know what that takes. You know
It's been a rough couple of nights. I've been waking up. You know, when you get all furry, Dakota, and like you have to like wait for that to go away. When I did that thing when I went to the hedge and got really messed up, it has been messing me up for nights on end. And every night I wake up extremely hungry.
So you're healing.
Apparently, I'm
You gotta
healing.
take it easy, Ava. You gotta heal up, you know.
I'm trying, but I wake up in an absolute like need to feed on somebody, and I found a guy at the rack. Oh shit! Whose domain is the rack? Or that's open feeding.
well, it's so technically the princess.
The princess.
I found a guy at the rack. I took him back to a room, and it got I lost control a little bit, and I just kept going.
Lost control or like lost control.
Like that.
Oh,
so,
God, Ava, couldn't you just fucked him?
Look, I couldn't think about anything else than just draining this guy dry.
Body?
He was not anyway. I left it at the hotel room.
You left it like a suitcase?
I don't know. I didn't know what to do with it. I can't just walk out of that hotel with all of the cameras with a body. I need. What do you even do?
Well, if someone finds him, then it's not gonna go so well, you know.
No, but it's only been like an hour.
Didn't you tell me one time you turned a body to like dust?
Yeah. The good old days, yes. When I had the shadow attached to me.
Oh, okay.
I can't do that. I can't do that anymore.
I don't know if you consider that the good old days, but
Yeah,
sure.
I think we have different perspectives on that, Ava. Okay, we'll deal with the body. Don't we? I looked it up. Don't we have a Bali? Don't we have like a pickup service for that?
You used last night for the
They
same
just-
reason.
Wait,
Used
you
them.
used it last night?
Yeah. Yes. Not for just one.
I
There
keep
was a
killing
ghoul.
men. I can't help it.
It was more
Ava
than a
didn't
ghoul.
do it this time.
she kind of did. Like,
Okay, you know what? Let's not point fingers.
I went to. I mean, we have to a little bit here. Responsibility is important when you're what we are. I went to your boat. I cleaned up a small mess.
You left the bodies at the boat?
I didn't
Well,
know
to be
where else to
fair,
go.
One of them was alive at first. That's part of the mess I cleaned up.
But the
because
dogs.
the one that they carried there, that one had no blood in it.
Cool. Okay, so we have.
Emmy's just like clapping Lamb Chop's hands, like loving this.
Okay, I have Wow, I have a thought. Of how we
gonna eat 'em.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna eat them,
What?
but the dogs
What the
are.
hell?
Oh.
No, no.
We can let the dogs eat them.
I've done that before. It's not fun.
That's actually
How
true.
do we get the
I
body?
want to watch.
We don't.
God, this Ava's just
We don't.
flashback.
We don't take the body out. We take the dogs in, and the body doesn't ever have to leave, except in the belly of the pooches.
They don't eat bones, right?
They'll eat whatever I tell them to.
You have your dogs eat bones?
I have my dogs eat whatever I need them to.
I
I
don't
feed
think
them a whole
that's-
steak with bone and everything. They're doing great.
Yeah, but that's not a human femur.
Well,
That's
I mean,
thick
whatever's left of the
business.
bones, we'll stuff in like a pillowcase and take to the dumpster. You know what I'm saying?
That's at least easier to carry out of a hotel room than an entire body.
I can carry it. I can carry it. I just need a duffel bag. You said he's got no blood left, right?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Okay. He's not gonna be super drippy.
All right.
So I just fold him up and put him in a duffel bag.
All right. Whatever we can do to get
Can't
him
we
out.
just like
I
put him on ice and cut him open and make it look like somebody stole his liver to sell in the black market or something?
Ava, maybe the thought comes to you. You do now know a Hakata who has a morgue.
We have.
I mean, I don't know if Ava would think of that or want to reach out to her, but it is
probably not. I messed with her a little
there.
too much last time, so I feel bad about that. Look, okay, let's get the body out.
You know what?
And get rid of it.
Y'all did it last night without me. I assume you can do it tonight without me. So you know what? If you need cleanup, the dogs will be happy to lick the bones dry and use them as toys later.
You hear Grant chuckle. Last night was.
Grant?
Oh, you haven't told her yet. Never mind.
Grant,
I'll wait.
haven't told me
he just
what?
Turns and crosses his arms and watches.
I'm gonna sit down.
We brought a friend with us, and I got a hermit crab.
Wait, the hermit crab is your friend?
No, Darian is Ollie's friend.
Darian?
And the hermit crab is my friend.
Why did you go looking for Darian?
I didn't just go looking for him. We brought him with us. Well, technically, we made him walk his own butt.
With him here? Here? He's here?
Yeah, had a nice day sleeping at the bar. Yes.
We do understand. The last time we saw Darian, he was reclaimed. Remember? Do we remember? Remember?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, cool. He was reclaimed by a fucking fae who showed up with a name like Autumn and a goddamn sundress on, and she took him. Why did we go back and get him?
Because we want to find a name like Autumn.
Oh, so now we're looking for we're looking for fae.
How else are we gonna let me drink fae blood?
No, that's bad. We're
She's like
just
shock. Ollie's just like, it's like triggering. He's just slowly recessing back into the chair like, Jesus, God, make it stop.
Yes, well, I mean, this was your guys' brilliant idea after visiting the Witch of the Yards.
well, not my brilliant idea.
Okay, well, Ollie had the idea,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
For once, it wasn't my idea. Weird idea. It was Ollie's idea to see if we can get this fae to help us, to give us some things to help us with our shadow problem.
Yeah.
So
remember the fire with the not letting the shadow thing.
What are you gonna trade her?
a vision.
Well, hopefully, Darian and her Polaroid issue that she has.
You're gonna trade it? Your gift? Your talent?
At least a glimpse, right? That's kind of the idea.
She's not gonna take a glimpse.
We don't know.
If
Well, we know it's sticky, right? We know it's going to be hairy, but I don't know of anything
Don't
else
talk
that has
about
proven to be
hair in front of
as.
Dakota. She's kind of sensitive about it.
is it still showing?
No, it's you're fine. You're
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
We just don't know anything that's going to be as effective against the shadow as that fire.
No, I hear you. But I'm wondering if Ava can snap a picture and see a thing the rest of everybody can, or like capture something. Why aren't we using that?
Well, she's not very forthcoming with it.
What does that mean?
You're not willfully snapping pictures of us and telling us our future, the last I checked.
I don't want my future. Please don't snap a
In
picture. I
fact,
don't
she's
want my
kind of
future.
taking secrets when
You
she's
ke-
taking them.
Okay, that's news to me. She's keeping secrets now.
Okay. How about we let Ava? Are you keeping secrets?
No, it's just not always pleasant when the things that I see, so I just don't say what it is.
Okay.
Pretty sure
That's like
the
kind of
definition
keeping
of
a
secret.
secret.
So by definition,
Let me
But
just
I
give
like
you the
the way you're
definition of
thinking,
secret.
so-
That's what I do. I don't.
If we can consider that secrets, then that's not secrets, then I'll just keep doing that too.
Okay, but before we go,
Secrets aren't fun.
before we go
anymore.
trading, potentially the entire ability that Sybil pinged Ava for. Let's talk about why. Because she needs it. Instead of trading it and getting rid of potentially our greatest weapon, have we maybe just looked at Ava and said, go take some more fucking pictures, Ava?
I have a question. When we say trade with the Fae, I thought I was just. Am I giving her my I don't
If you
know
think
how
you're
these
gonna
deals
walk-
work.
I had an idea. Oh, it could be bad. It could be bad, but that's how I know you're going to be on board.
This is true. I usually am on board with
No,
that.
I'm
Okay,
probably
so
not.
It is.
you grabbed that the new camera that you got, right?
Yes.
And you know how you used to creep on everyone, use your discipline to like peek in on people. Yeah, we call it premonition or something or other. Why don't you try to use your premonition while you're snapping your photos?
I like creeping on people too.
Okay. That's actually not a totally bad idea, though. Sometimes our premonitions, well, they haven't really gone haywire since the shadow, right, Ava?
They haven't gone haywire. No.
What have they gone?
They still help. They still give me answers. That's how I found out about the ghoul that we found. And
Ollie,
the
what if... Oh, Ava.
Isn't that also how you got hurt though?
that is also how I am dealing with this current problem. Yes.
We have spent a decade identifying specific locations across the city in which we know Sybil has had some form of contact. Chinatown, the Labyrinth, sewers, the Ivory Tower.
Yeah.
What if we start by just having Ava backtrack these locations and take pictures there? Fill in the empty puzzle pieces of what we already know are our key corners to the picture, and see if we can't fill it in before we go potentially... And Ava, I'm just going to say this. If you think that fucking little fae called Autumn is only going to allow you to give one vision, you're kidding yourself.
Now that you said that, I am second guessing this entire thing. I'm not losing that. I've already lost enough gifts. I am not losing that one.
Precisely. So step up and go take some pictures and let's see what we can figure out.
For what it's worth, I don't think she's going to take it from you. Because if it was just as simple as taking it from you, don't you think that the witch would have lost her ability?
Maybe she traded something just as valuable.
I mean, she traded a series of premonitions to a degree, but she didn't seem...
I'm just saying before we potentially, worst case scenario, lose that ability from Ava, we should maybe put it to good use.
No, I'm inclined to agree. But the reason I think that it's not going to be as bad is because we're not asking for what the Witch of the Yards is asking for. She asked for fairy blood. We don't want blood. She wants blood. We don't want blood. We want that fire.
Then let's just trade the Witch of the Yard for it.
I was gonna say we could just take it from the witch.
Trade's
How
probably a better
about
word.
not? I'm so done with this witch. We should just kill her.
No. The fuck is wrong with you? She's one of our first and foremost threats against it. We wouldn't even know this shit if it weren't for her.
We could.
Is that what
take
you do?
all
You
of her-
find some of your fucking MVPs and you trade them to the foreign team because you think it's a...
Oh,
Ava, that is a perpetually stupid idea.
I think maybe we have a new
Seems I struck a
rule
nerve.
for the loud ones. Death, killing, murder, not the first option ever.
Sometimes it's the first.
That's some
option.
bullshit. First of all, because you have both wanted to kill people very easily.
Yeah, but I didn't actually do it.
No, you made other people do it for you.
Also, if it was just coming down to who we wanted to kill, forgive me, but you wouldn't have lasted another 20 years with me. Because there was a long time when I wanted to kill you
Damn.
myself.
Okay. So
All
maybe
right, Ollie, we're gonna
let's-
bring that. We're gonna
I'm just
dredge up
saying.
those bad memories.
saying,
All
it's-
right.
Has
not
Grant had
always
his
a-
date yet?
It's our knee jerk isn't
No.
to just
It's
kill
a-
people.
In a night, one
no.
night ago.
And just think, Ava,
Can I get a blood juice box?
if
out?
you
Yes,
you
you
kill
can.
her, Grant doesn't get his date.
Yeah.
I don't
You
want.
wanna keep
I'm the only
romance
one.
from me, would you?
I'm the only one that doesn't want Grant to go on this date
That's
because
not
she's
true.
probably going
Well,
to do
then-
something horrible.
Oh,
You
she
should've went
definitely
on a date
is.
with me first.
You're the one that got yourself set up on this date, Grant. Okay,
I
you
had a
did
date with
this.
you before any of this.
You did this on your own volition because you wanted to try to help, and you did something very risky.
I am not complaining about this date. I am
Neither
very
am I.
excited for this
I'm
date.
very excited for you as well.
Thank you.
And if I can just
She's
if I
really
can just
excited
read
to
the
go on a
catty
date with
energy
you.
in the room, there's a strong chance that she's not worried for your life. She's just jealous that she didn't.
I'm.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my
I was
God.
thinking too.
I
That's
am not
right.
jealous. She's going on a date with you under a
Can I see
full
if
moon, and she's a
Ava is
witch.
jealous?
Sounds hot.
Yes, you can roll to see if Ava's jealous if you want, and you will learn that she's not jealous.
Well, then I don't need to roll. You're obviously not.
She's just is genuinely like the witch is doing some weird shit to Grant, and we're just gonna let that happen. And we just kill her.
I didn't get the vibe that she's gonna do anything weird, other than maybe like, that stuff.
All right. All right.
Okay. I think Ava probably Dakota slams like a heavy fist down on the table and she's like, all right, I have not spent the last few decades with the lots of you trying to build and fucking solve this problem to come at hair's ends about the fact that Ava wants to kill some naked bitch in the junkyard. If there is one fucking thing I have learned, is it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody's got something to offer, and all we've done is proper trade with her. So, Ava, no, you can't fucking kill her. 2, I don't think we should be working with her, period. Ollie seems to have the best working relationship with her, but it is clear that any deals made in, near, and around, well, yeah. Okay, Emmy likes her as well, but what I'm trying to say is she's problematic.
Yes.
So, sorry, Grant. Grant's gonna have to deal with his own problems.
What problem? I'm going on a date. You all keep telling me it's a problem.
And you know
No,
what?
it's-
This is how we learn from our mistakes.
Not a problem. Not worried.
Well, if Grant becomes, I don't know, a toad or something because she's a witch.
Can I keep him as a pet? He can hang
Yes.
out.
Yeah, he
with
can
him.
hang out with the fucking crab.
Hang out with the crab. That's right.
I'll make sure you're well fed.
All I'm saying
Hey,
is we have
hey.
all worked too hard to simply trade our shit away for a bunch of sticks and leaves.
Well, we have this sticks and leaves with us, so we should probably do something with him.
What is the plan? Why did we bring him here to begin with?
To present him to the Fae so that we could make negotiations with her.
Last time you had one, something happened where it seemingly was able to draw Autumn to it.
Yeah, that was Rowan.
So we have the opportunity to speak to the Fae, or maybe we could bring Darian to the witch and get more.
She cares
things from
about
the
him,
witch.
doesn't she? Like a property kind of a thing.
I think it's a property kind of thing.
Perfect. I turn around and kick open the door. Which one's he in?
Left
God.
door.
I kick the door open and I come in. Is he sitting there?
What? Oh,
I
hey,
come
Mike,
over and
how are you?
snatch
How's it
him
going?
up by his shirt and gonna pin him to the wall. And I was like, scream. I used my back leg to kick the door closed, and I was like, fucking mean it. And I slam him against the wall
You
lightly.
just hit him again. Did you do damage?
Light damage. I'm not here to actually torture the dude.
Are we just gonna let her do that?
Going to make me a
No, I'm gonna walk down there.
Hang on, she's gonna make a roll first. I'm gonna open up.
Emmy will follow and skipping with lamb chop.
Make me a manipulation intimidation.
I'm here for that. Sure, why not? I got a 3. I'm not really trying to, I don't need him to piss his pants. I just need him to actually sound like maybe he's in harm's way, so this bitch will show up.
No, Ollie and Ava and Emmy all hear him screaming before his life at the top of his lungs in the room just to the left, as you pointed him. He is utterly screaming. Ava, what are you? Ollie, you going to try and stop it? You're like,
Yeah,
walk.
I'm not gonna run back there. I'm just gonna walk
Yeah,
back.
you're walking. Emmy, you gonna go walk?
I'm skipping behind with lamb chop.
Okay. Ava, what about you?
I suppose I will. I
You will
will
as well?
join. Yes.
Reluctantly, Ava follows.
Yeah.
So he screams long enough for Ollie and Emmy and Ava just
Ship
jamming
it.
the two of you together.
That's actually.
No, I don't want to ship a 200-year-old
No,
nine-year-old.
Not like
I'll ship
romantically,
it.
just friendship.
I don't think
Yeah,
Ava will
friendship.
like that.
Gotcha, yeah, fair. He's being held up against the wall, his feet just dangling up over the bed. And he is panicked. His tears are welling in his eyes as he's screaming for his goddamn life.
All right, Dakota, come on, put him down.
No, we're gonna get this over with right now. We wanted to show up. You know, if I took a limb, I look him right in the eyes. If I took a limb, he'd survive.
His
Why would
scream
we
is
do that?
like a shocked silence when you
Why
say,
would
Because
would we do
you
that?
want to talk to the Fae, right?
I will just go myself?
Go where? How are you gonna find her?
I will fucking find my way back to the cabin.
The labyrinth.
That's bad. The labyrinth took the last person.
And
you
they're
took down
very
there.
different. They're very different. If I don't think we're gonna get anything from.
Wait, hold on. I thought you said you knew Layla and that you were gonna take me to Layla, and Layla was like your friend.
Calm down. Calm down.
Trying to calm down. You know, I'm being held up by a very small.
Calm down.
With extreme
She's incredibly strong. We know. She weightlifts on the weekends. Calm
It's
down.
true. I do karate.
You told him to calm down. He's shutting up. He's too afraid.
Okay, can we de-escalate for a moment? Can we just de-escalate for a moment? Just calm down.
I bring him down far enough where his toes at least touch.
yeah.
Look.
I'll go. I'll go. I don't need anybody else to go with me.
I'll
make the deal.
No, going is bad. We already identified that place. Oh my god, that cabin. It is a secure location in which we know Vitel is. We can't fuck it up by showing up to deliver this dump shit.
We have to go anyway.
We're just ready to make.
Could kill two birds with one stone.
We need to go anyway. We need to make our move.
We do. But we're not ready for that. We're waiting on Layla to make hers. That's a plan, remember?
Yeah, the plan is that I was already told already that she may not make a move at all. She's going to take her fucking time and try to find this guy. But when Kindred are hot, when they're scared, or when they feel like they have to make a move, it's overnight. She moves glacially.
I have just spent the last 3 nights, getting my ass kicked by the gangrel, so I could convince them just to show up and fight for us at that event. I have to have some form of fucking optimism that that's gonna happen, and I'm not gonna let it get fucked up because you need to deliver this to the doorstep of some fucking fae. And I kind of toss him on the bed gently.
He flops and he's like, "Ah!"
Right? Like, what is the plan? We keep making plans on plans, and each one is gonna fuck up the one before it.
Okay, so can we step outside so that Darian can have a moment to collect himself?
Do you even know who Layla is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Do you?
Yeah. I wrote books about her.
I'm not talking about your fiction. Do you know who she is?
They're based on hers. Yes.
How many times have you met Layla?
Once.
Tell you how many times we met Layla. At least myself. And it's been half a dozen. And each time she's threatened to kill me.
Well, maybe it's because you guys are, and he realizes he's about to say something and like go off and he holds himself. Maybe I don't know.
When did you meet her?
Oh, years ago.
Tell me about it, and not from your fucking comics.
She saved my life, that's all. I was about to be, I think, attacked by, what I think you guys are. And she stopped them, and she saved my life, and she took me somewhere safe, and that's it.
Where?
She took me to a coffee shop.
She delivered you to a coffee shop?
Out of the place where I was, which was like an abandoned apartment. I don't even remember how I got there.
Here in Chicago?
I'm trying to remember if that's where it was, actually, lore-wise. Is that where was Darian from Chicago? Or did
Darian was
Okay,
he was in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, then he would say yes.
Can you show us this coffee shop?
It wasn't a very long interaction.
Where?
She saved my life, and that was, and then from there, the spark of a muse took hold of me, and
Oh my god, shut up, Darian. What did she say to you?
Are you okay? And I said, uh-huh. And she said, she checked me, she like grabbed my chin, she looked for, I assume, wounds or marks, and she said, good, come with me, and I did, and she took me into her car. She asked me my name and said that I'm gonna be okay now. And then she left me
Darian,
at
Darian, what kind of car?
Oh God! Oh, it's been like 20 years. Oh,
think, Darian, you wrote how many fucking comics about her? Thank you.
A dark SUV, like a dark SUV.
And she dropped you at a Dunkin' Donuts in what neighborhood?
Like up north near Bucktown.
Thank you, Darian. And I kind of pat him on the head gingerly for being
He winces
useful.
initially when you go to pat him on the head.
I can step outside now.
Give us a minute, bud. And I shut the door and
You got to keep your limbs.
kind of got to usher everybody back into the
And
He
primary
just
bar.
nods. He's like, yeah. Does everybody go? Is all 4 of you going?
Okay. I'm not trying to bully him on potentially his last days.
I am.
Not that I think it's not necessary, we can still glean as much information as possible from the guy.
Didn't I ask him polite questions?
You did. You did. And he's an anxious type. He's a rambler. So, if we're going to make a move in Madison, I'm not going to give him a sippy cup and strap him into a child's seat. I'm going to put him in something that he can't get out of. And maybe I even ask Emmy to hit him with some, mental hoodoo. But a trunk is still effective at holding people.
Not from Autumn.
No. But I think if she wanted him up to this point, she would have come and got him.
Well, I didn't get to take a limb. We didn't push it to the extreme, I needed him to really mean it.
We didn't really push things with the other Rowan either. And she came through a whole hell of a lot more to pick him up.
Maybe he was more valuable.
Maybe. It's a gamble, man. It's a gamble. But
I think as long as we trade Darian for whatever this fire is, but I worry about Ava's well-being when we start trying to trade the most valuable things Sybil thinks about her. Or has on her.
Maybe we just find something else to trade.
We could.
What kind of things does she like?
Sundresses, being weird, freckles,
I like those things too.
flowers in her hair, stealing people from iron cages.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. She likes it when her world's not dying.
Yes.
We fixed that, right?
I think we built a bottleneck. Bit of a stopgap. I don't think it's completely fixed. So long as
Now
the
there's an
sandwich
idea.
is coming through.
There's an idea, Ollie. That's what we trade her. We fix the problem out here so it stops killing her world in exchange for the fire.
Oh. We are going to eventually fix it, but
But we need the fire to do it. If she gives us the tool, we take the action.
I don't know if an IOU is something that might fly with her.
Fanfic in there on top is like a cherry on the ice cream.
Where does me getting fairy blood come into this?
I think you're a little delulu right now, kid. You're not getting fairy blood. Unless you make some weird fucking agreement with her. I don't see it happening.
Emmy smiles.
Okay, you know what? I want to bring it back down to kindred life. Have we heard anything about Elysium?
No.
No.
The Harpy hasn't been through. There's no news on it whatsoever, so far as I'm aware. Last I heard, we had another 9 to 10 days.
Mathis, did we actually get like a countdown day to it?
No, I was waiting for everybody's different schedules to stop.
Being crazy.
To get us
Okay.
all back together. So yeah, no.
We're just still
expecting an
waiting
official
on the
date
call.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah, you're expecting an official date very soon.
All right. Okay.
Wait, does that mean I have to is that gonna? Am I still do I have to?
Grant,
You're still on the agenda.
Oh,
The
We
good
went through-
news,
yeah.
Grant, if we end up creating a new problem in Madison, I think the prince is going to have other things to worry about than opening up the kindred gates again. There's probably going to be more things that she's concerned with than bringing Grant into the fold.
So I don't have to worry about it then.
Not yet.
He gives you just a tentative thumbs up and goes back to flipping burgers. Obviously, he's in and out of taking care of customers.
Here's my thought. We need to make a move on Madison sooner before later, and we need to not necessarily count on Layla.
well, that
My
changes
fear is-
everything.
My fear is that Layla is watching, and she's expecting us because of our nervous reaction, and she's going to wait for us to go down so that she can handle us all at the same time. That's what I would do. But she's not expecting a full gangrel force. And I think we're going to need it if we're going to deal with Vital. And if the gangrel force is there, and Layla makes her move, we are going to see some losses.
Mathis, this is maybe the first time this has ever been relevant. One of the things Dakota did a lot last season when she started reading books finally was she stuck to war, politics-based books so that she could understand how and why people make the decisions they make when we go to war. Layla is a soldier. She runs a group of soldiers. Could Dakota make some valued decisions on like why she would wait, what maybe her plan is? Is she really waiting on us? Is there like a tactical role I can make here to figure out what maybe Layla's tactics actually are based on what we know about her and what Dakota has read?
Yeah, there's definitely something I can have you roll here. It would probably...
I mean, I could do survival, but I know it was like academic space.
Yeah, I think
reading.
academics is probably the better role.
Okay,
intelligence, academics, and I'd give you a specialty dice of.
Okay. I'm still gonna rouse because this seems important. Ollie's bringing up a lot of stuff, and it's like churning through Dakota's mind. I was like, okay, she's waiting on us. Are we waiting on her? What is the plan? All right. I'm gonna just see if I can help us get some information here. Oh, no. So this will be 3 die.
Yes.
So much clicking in Roll20. I got 5.
5 is a very good number. Ollie brings up some good points. The more you think about Layla and how she's acted in the past and how she's struck certain places, she acts, while she's certainly militaristic and has a structure, she acts like rebels in a country overtaken. More guerrilla warfare, strike after being certain. You don't know how much surveillance she does beforehand, but it's Ollie making the point that she's likely waiting and watching is not necessarily a bad thought. She does not operate like she has the upper hand because she knows she doesn't.
Okay, you know what, Ollie? If I were Layla, you're right. I would wait for a surety that me and mine would survive.
And taking on someone as old as Vitel, that even for you is dangerous. For hunters, they need to be sure.
So she gathers her forces. She stakes it out. She's not a frontline kind of woman. She's gonna treat this like guerrilla warfare. So she's gonna strike when they're weakest, and she's gonna try to do it on her own territory, or in a place she feels like it's her territory.
That hunger 5, and I'm like, what? No, you're muted.
It's not letting me remove my hunger dots for some reason. I'm trying to figure it out. Sorry.
Weird.
Please.
You're good. I thought you were trying to do something.
Yeah,
Sorry,
please ignore me.
So I have GM status. I could try Tracy. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I don't know why. Do you have to like go into your sheet and
No, there's like on the far right side, there's a little X.
Yeah, and when I click the X,
You're right. It's not
removing.
Just reload. Try reloading the page.
Yeah, might need a fresh reload.
Okay. Ignore me.
But okay, so what's she waiting on? Us? We go in.
I think a thought that might trickle to your minds is, as kindred, how much do you even know of how powerful Vitel is? Take that and make it even less for her. So who knows?
I mean, it's nebulous, right? It's nebulous. I think it still stands. I don't think we have months.
No, absolutely not.
I don't really think we have weeks.
No, I wouldn't say so either.
So we calculate our forces. We gather up enough. She's not going to bomb it. She already took out a building. She's drawing a lot of heat.
So I bet she waits for us to attack. Weaken him.
Yeah.
Bring more kindred in. Let them die first. Basically what we wanted from her.
Yeah.
They're probably expecting the same or wanting the same from each other.
The problem is she thinks we operate alone.
Yes, well.
She's probably not expecting any more than maybe 4 of us.
Good. That's how I plan to keep it until necessary. The Gangrel will move to Madison as animals as much as possible. They'll blend with the wildlife surround the cabin, and they'll stay that way until called. Because I have a feeling that she's not just planning to take out Vitel. She's been waiting on her chance to take you out, Ollie.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
and Emmy. She gets 3 targets in one place. The gangrel are all that are going to keep her and her people from killing all of us, not just Vitel.
So then why don't we call in some favors?
I was thinking about that.
We've been working for Mr. Jackson for a long time, and he has commanded us without really properly arming us for this. Just do it. Just figure it out. Find someone that can help you figure it out. Well, maybe it's time for us to call in a favor.
I could talk to Damien.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. At least I'm not furry.
And if you, for whatever reason, don't want to, I can. I don't have a problem talking to the guy.
No, it's not a problem. I'm more concerned about the fact that he walks a fine line between Jackson's want and the prince's wants. He's really at the prince's beck and call. And if she doesn't want us attacking Vitel, then she's not going to allow Damien or his hounds to go.
Well, I know that Snitch isn't going to act. I know that no Nosferatu are going to act. Most of them have their heads buried in the sand, metaphorically.
What about Rudy?
Rudy is... If he is compromised,
We
he
don't even-
will
Yeah.
go against our actions.
You're right. What if I called in a bigger favor? Not from Jackson.
What you got?
We lack the resources to call on the second best fighters in the city, the Bruja. What if I asked Cretius?
Has Cretius lifted a finger to help us yet? Like,
gonna
really help
say-
us?
Me, he has.
Okay.
You have no idea what like Jackson and he do behind the scenes.
It's worth a shot. The last conversation I had with him seemed at least somewhat respectful. And he gave me a second book because I figured out the first one thanks to Emmy's help. And I'm so close, I can feel it on this one.
Okay. Well, does he know what we know about Rudy?
Yes. At least, he and I seem to be in agreement that maybe Rudy is not who he says he is. And Cretius has been seeking
Looking for him.
counsel or time with him. Maybe I could trade Rudy for some Bruja help. It'd have to be under the table, but Cretius is their representative. He is their council member. Right? He has the ability to find them, call on them, and maybe get some people at our side.
There even are many. I mean, I'm sure there are.
Huh. I just had a thought.
Oh?
Man, it's political, though.
Oh boy.
The area that we cleared, right around Needles Church with the Giovanni.
Yeah.
The area that we respectfully have, right? We cleared it. It's whoever holds it, and we are technically in charge of that. Political move. What if we find the remaining Anarch front in Chicago and offer them that area if they come and be our blade?
Oh boy, that's gonna piss some people off.
Emmy would actually be your best contact for that. He would have more
We'll
open
give...
communication with them.
We don't need the land.
No, we don't, but the Camarilla's not gonna want to give it up to the Anarchs. They've been pushing them back at the front line for years.
It's true, but it's been up to us to hold that land.
Which part
We're
is
gonna
the
be able to help you with that.
And if there's something
churches?
that I remember Jackson saying this, is something regarding healthy politics is there's opposition on both sides. And even if it is a small front of Anarchs, it's still healthy opposition to Camarilla. Anarchs are dead. They're dead in the water. They got no representation. They have no land, no nothing. Why don't we pass them a buck
Mathis, what park is that? Is it this one that the church is in, or was it down here, this one?
It was down that way. Yep.
It's
down
probably
closer,
this one.
Not over like back of the yards. I think it was closer to Brighton Park area.
It's closer.
Oh,
to
it's
Brighton
this
Park.
little green.
I think it's
Yeah,
that
right
area
here.
It was
over
the
there.
Baron
Like,
of Brighton Park.
Yeah, because you got the white line that goes.
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
center.
right there. You
It's
can barely
everything
see it on the
behind
map. Okay.
Yeah, you're holding this front right now,
So,
and he's on this front, this side of it.
tactically speaking, this puts us at odds with our territory, not the Camarilla.
That's fine. I run a healthy spot. I've always invited anyone and everyone here. You know that. I don't have a problem with anarchs.
I technically don't either. My train yards bump right up next to their territory here.
And what is an easier way to get more gangrel to step out of that Sabak cult when they know that there is healthy opposition to the Camarilla and that there's an anarch front? I mean, you got goons on this, right? You know this shit. You know anarchs, right? I feel like you do.
Of course I
You
do.
know
know a
some
thing or
guy.
two.
We know a couple anarchs. I mean, I could talk to McTavish tonight.
It's not. I don't know if it'll ever come up, but one of the reasons the anarchs are still the main. Well, one of the reasons, behind the scenes for a long time, one of the anarchs are able to still hold what they still have is because in the power vacuum, Emmy stepped up.
So why don't we, with your help, Emmy, and you tell me, is this a good idea or not? Do you think the anarchs would like this? Is this something that they would be willing to go to bat for?
Willing to go to bat for? Maybe not, but I could convince them.
I mean, territory is territory.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
I like that all
What
three
do
of
you
us
think,
say
Ava?
that at the same time.
You got a thing on your face. What's going on?
Can we summarize? I feel like we've gone down several several
It was like half the
paths here.
TLDR.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd be
and
happy
I'm
to,
trying-
Ava.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're going to start by seeking out extra help because Layla is not going to strike first. We're going to have to.
We
And
understand
then-
the numbers.
Okay.
So we need extra bodies. Ava,
Yes.
I suggest this evening you and I go out for 2 reasons. 1, to speak to Cratius to see if we can get Bruja help. 2, to start taking some snapshots at those locations I was talking about. And 3, to talk to Damien. Ollie and Emmy can go try to seek out some help from the Anarchs. I've
What do
been...
you say, kid? We can
What are you
wrestle up some
doing?
sticks.
What are you doing with Darian?
I just really want to cut his hand off and see if it turns to sticks. I
Grant.
have a theory.
He's here. Yeah.
Yeah, can you keep Darian and keep him fed and watered?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
his crabs. Crab.
And I'll double out your tips tonight. Just make sure the guy gets his.
Sure.
And don't let him leave with anybody that's not us.
I mean, he just looks over and like gestures to a shotgun that's over under the bar. I'll do what I can. Should I be expecting people to come take him?
I don't know.
Or just don't let him run away either.
We do have the new bar keep coming, right?
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be here tonight.
Oh, we have a new
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
barkeep.
right. He is supposed to be here tonight. He
Oh.
he would be. He would be probably out front.
Alex? Was his name Alex?
No, that was the
No,
other guy.
Alex is the wild
The
card.
wild card.
Shit, I can't remember what I named this guy. I have to look- I have it
I
written
I
down
have
somewhere.
his name.
He's got a simple name, but it's not like Tim or Bob because Tim is the guy
No,
on
no.
the bench.
No.
Either way, he'd probably be out front, and you can see just from looking out, he's
Mac.
clearly
Mac,
right?
that's right,
He's
Mac.
clearly a better bartender than Grant
Okay, good.
ever was. He's not doing anything fancy, but occasionally, as he's doing like a shake drink, he'll be able to like flip it in his hand. The issue is he's like a 60-year-old guy. He's not like young and like has the energy to like talk with a bunch of people. He's very friendly, but he's missing that like Haley energy that Haley had, where she was very personable. But he's certainly a much better option than having Grant out there, or even nameless, goon that Ava has seduced into the pit of vipers.
That
Okay.
Grant keeps scaring and making drop
Yeah.
glasses.
So then-
Were you going to use the camera on Darian? Was that something that was brought up? I forget. I feel like that was. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I thought you were talking about that when you were near
I thought-
Darian to take a picture of him.
You know what? It's gonna happen now that Mathis has
fuck,
brought it
no,
up.
I swear to God, am I dumb? Did that like happen
Dakota
in
was
my
gonna
own
suggest it, but I just hadn't gotten there yet. Like Dakota
also-
hadn't made the realization that we should.
Did we talk about it on the show? Was it only in the after show where we talked about your camera actually being an item with rules? How
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
ability. Yeah,
Okay, cool. So
it's a magic item, if you would.
it is. Yeah, it's a vampire magic item essentially.
Yes. So okay. So back to the plan here. So Ollie and Emmy, you are going to go get Anarchs to help us with this problem.
Well, I got 2 places that we can. One of which is Emmy's going to know a place, but 2, the club. Well, I know the club. We have seen some Anarchs still hanging out in the club.
Yes. Okay. And so we're gonna get potential Bruja help and potential Anarch help is what we're establishing here.
Well, I mean, I know that there's a lot of Bruja, and there was supposed to be, from my understanding, some gangrel that are still a part of the Anarch front.
Well, I've called on the Anarchs. It's the Sabbat. I can't get to come out of their shadows.
Okay.
The gangrel from the Anarchs show up.
I know at least the gangrel, and McTavish is probably the one we know, Dakota would know the best. So if y'all do have issues, I can always go to McTavish after.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're going to have gangrel, potential Bruja, and potential Anarchs.
I'll sweeten the pot so the Anarchs don't walk out of this.
How?
I don't know how yet, but let me talk. Let him cook.
All right.
All right, Ava, we should get going. There's so much to do. I have a thing I need to show you.
You two might want to get rid of that body first.
Oh, fuck yeah, the
This is a
body.
very confusing night, everybody. I'm just
Grant,
trying to
just
keep up.
go cook burgers and make sure Darian doesn't starve.
You ready to roll out? We're gonna have a fun night, I think.
Are you taking a picture or no? I said put it in the chat.
Oh, hey.
Yes, sorry. Yes.
Premonitory Polaroid.
Oh, that's cool. Primitive. I go, hey, Ava, I have an idea. And I don't kick the door open, but I open it with great purpose to Darian's room.
Snaps up. You can see it was clearly like in his hands as he's sitting on the bed.
Darian, stand up. You stand up.
Yeah. I'm standing.
Go against the wall. Ava's gonna take your picture.
He like kind of looks a little confused, but then he goes to the wall and then he puts his hands up against the
No, turn around. I want to see your fucking face, you idiot.
He like looks over his shoulder.
No, spin around.
No, he does. He slowly turns around with his hands up.
No, put your hands down. This is like a yearbook photo, you dumbass.
I'm very confused.
Good.
You were just choking me out on the wall.
Would you prefer me to take a... You know what? I walk over and just kind of pick him up by the scruff of the neck. Go ahead, Ava. Now he's ready.
He smiles. He's like...
All right.
Do you attempt to use it? The rules, do you have the rules?
I do, yes.
Okay, cool.
Adding them to my sheet now.
No worries.
So, what we're trying to achieve here is I do a premonition on top of my premonitory Polaroid.
Yeah, you're trying to like inception.
It's a
the
ritual.
Polaroid?
Yeah,
You're
double
doing
stack
blood
it.
magic ritual.
You're
Is
kind
what
of.
you're doing.
I mean, do you want to take? Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is very Saito.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is like there's no rules for this.
All right. Yeah. So I'm just going to try it then. So for
what are you doing first? The premonition or the picture? Probably the picture, I imagine. If you premonition first, you might not have. You might be in a premonition and not able to. Then
yeah, I guess.
Like, oh, that was all right. Well,
I'll premonition the Polaroid essentially. Okay,
do
so
the Polaroid's ability first.
All right, so it's intelligence occult.
Dakota holds him up by the neck, smiling.
He's like, shh, you can feel it's because you're a vampire. You can feel it, but you can feel a gentle like quivering
under his skin.
Yeah.
And I shake him and smile.
He is always. He goes smile. He goes back.
Okay. All right.
Occult intelligence success of a 3, and then you're gonna premonition as you take the picture.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice job.
Nice
Killed
job.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go. So that is resolve in aspects. 4 in aspects and 2 in resolve. 5, 6. So that's 60-10. And no hunger dice here. 1, 2.
Two successes.
I'm gonna willpower reroll.
Let's see.
Come on, 3d10.
3.
2 more, so that's 4.
2 more, yeah.
4 successes. 2 more than 1 more than the success in the camera. And so you line up and Dakota's holding him there and he's like quivering and smiling loud as big as he fucking can. You bring the camera up, looking through the lens, and you'll push the simple button. A click, a flash, and the droning whir of a Polaroid being printed out from the camera underneath. As it comes out, it's still cloudy. You take a few minutes, start waving in the air. Do you let him go? Do you let Darian go? After the picture
When
is
it's done,
taken?
I kind of just drop him, yeah.
And he just his knees are so weak, he just immediately collapses to the bed. Like he just collapses on his ass and like, oh god, and you can see him now physically like shaking. He's like, oh God, what is happening? What did I get into? Where is Layla? Oh no. And he just starts talking to himself as Ava kind of waves the picture around. After about a minute or so, our vision is just behind your shoulder. And as our camera moves forward, past your shoulder and your head, down to where the frame is the entirety of the photo coming into view. When it finally clears, you see the two of them. Dakota holding him by the neck, smiling, and him looking panicked and smiling. But there is something notable in his wide grin and his big smile. Hanging off the tip of his bottom lip, just over to the left of center, is a single light blue lunar moth. And as our camera vision comes up from that where our frame is the entirety of the picture, and our vision comes to the room, Ava, you are alone. Darian is sitting in front of you where he was, but he's motionless. The coterie is nowhere to be seen. And not just one, but 2, 10, 50, hundreds of moths swarm from behind you, entirely covering your vision. You can only hear the flapping of their gentle wings in both ears, mixed with what you think is whispers again. They cover Darian entirely. And in that same silhouetted sitting position, 2 ice-cold blue eyes pierce their stare in your direction. In a voice that is a culmination of all of these whispers, speaks finally.
Oh, you Zoom, I think, is compressing.
Yeah, it's
or cutting
compressing you
out.
too hard.
You
He
cut
simply
out.
says, I can help you. And when he does, it's a great time for break, a little earlier than I was expecting.
Oh my God. Okay. Hey,
Oh,
let me,
boy.
let me
Let's
get
take a
over
break
here.
a
No
little early.
BS. Okay, everybody.
yeah.
Boo boy. Okay, we'll be right back.
welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your little break. We left off in a peculiar spot, so we could just jump back in if you'd like.
I feel like that's the right thing to do, Matt.
I want to know what happens.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute
next.
myself.
So then, in the low whisper of countless whispers, all emanating from these rhythmically beating wings of these lunar moths, now that entirely cover where Darian once sat, you simply heard the words, "I can help."
You can help. How? With what? Who are you?
You seek answers. I can provide.
Yes, please. We. Who are you?
It stands from where it sits. No longer is actually Darian there. It is only the silhouette shape of these moths. And as they stand, you once again see, in between each of the moths, the bits of tattered clothing that once had opulence and elegance to them, and the thin spider's web that glint from moonlight, seemingly coming from nowhere, in between each of these moths. It steps forward, but unlike a creature with legs, instead, the legs seem to drag as moths kick out and scatter away and then come back to rejoin the cacophony of them. It only takes 2 steps, though, keeping distance between you and it. I am the weaver of truths, secrets, power, whispers. You seek something.
Yes.
Name your desire.
We need help keeping the shadows at bay. The powerful shadows coming to Chicago. We need to keep them where they are now. Not in our realm, but where they come from. They need to stay there.
It elegantly steps to your left, closing more distance as the cacophony of moths all fly simultaneously. There's a grace to its movements, if unworldly and a little anxiety inducing. It closes a few more feet, for its voice once again pierces the room where only you and it stand. One can keep shadows at bay in a myriad of ways. Details, stranger.
We've seen a fire, a flame that keeps them away.
As you say, you see a fire, a flame, as though you emanate a glow for a moment. The silhouetted moths almost separate, though don't go too far from each other and fly toward you, culminating back together, inches away from you. Its cold, steely gaze bores above you by, now that you're next to it, 7 feet tall, around there. But it waits for you to continue.
Yes, a fire that keeps it at bay, and I've seen it before. I know that you or creatures like you can do this.
The silhouette of moths again explode into chaos. They brush by you, surrounding you as your hair whips in this wind, and you hear the whispers and flapping of wings as it reforms behind you as you spin around. I can provide the knowledge that you seek. There is a cost, as all things have.
Yes.
What do you offer?
The man to which I took the photo of. Is he yours?
You just hear in all the voices, no.
Would he be something I could offer?
Again, they scatter and coalesce about 6 inches from where it once stood closer to you. It could. Is that all you have?
I could offer a vision of my own. You say that you have many secrets, many answers. I don't know if you seek, if there is anything you can seek. But maybe my gifts could help. Gifts of prophecy, of vision.
Again, scattering, and they coalesce another couple inches away from you. Now maybe 3 or 4, nothing more. Your space, your personal space, is essentially eliminated. One without life who dreams. Fascinating. And you just hear fascinating, brokenly whispered through all of them.
Yes.
There's that moment of awkward silence, tense silence, perhaps. And then another, and another, and another. Does Ava say anything, or she wait?
I don't think she knows what to say, so she'll wait.
Is that your offer, then?
Oh, God. I don't know if I'm able, if Ava is able to glean any information from this conversation as to know if I offer this, will they take it?
You are obviously allowed to make a roll.
Yeah.
It would be intelligence occult, but you're dealing with something that is otherworldly and unknowable, even to the most powerful and influential kindred in the world. So I am looking for a high number of successes.
Please crit.
Not you could
quite.
spend a willpower and reroll the 2 of failures.
Still have a chance to
or
crit.
You could gamble and take one of those successes and reroll 3 with a better chance of rolling
To
another
crit.
10, but you could also end up failing more.
Yeah.
I'll just roll 2. I'll willpower to reroll 2 more dice.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
4 successes. You do not know. You cannot tell if what they're asking is all of it.
I can't take that risk. I don't.
Do you say anything? Do you inquire?
You know what? It doesn't hurt to ask. So
I'm just curious. You're in the moment. What would Ava do in the moment?
I have this gift of prophecy, or so she said, or they, I don't know. They said that something.
It's not male nor female.
What can dream, or like a creature without, a being without dreams, fascinating, basically talking of me.
About being without
One
life,
without
having
life
dreams.
who dreams.
One without life who dreams.
Because you're unlife.
Because
you're
I'm
like dead.
Yeah. That's what's fascinating.
They're fascinated by the fact that I can't dream.
That you can dream.
Oh,
you've had dreams before.
I see.
They're interpreting your, whether they're doing it correctly or not. They're when you say you have dreams or what are premonitions, they are also interpreting that as your dreams. They're kind of taking that as, whether you correct them or not is up to you. But
does this gift of mine, if I offer it to you, will you take it from me?
You mean, again, it closes another inch. You mean to remove it from you?
Yes.
You just hear all of them whisper at the same time, no. To experience. That is what I wish.
I would be willing to offer that experience.
There's not a moment, not a second, not a millisecond when when you say those words before they truly explode into a cacophony of moths. And you simply hear, it is done. As the moths dissipate, there is no Darian there any longer. And one of the moths flies to you, landing directly on the tip of your nose. Maybe you take a moment and it's pleasant. But before you have an opportunity to react, it quickly crawls to your lips, pulls them open with an unknowable strength, and pulls itself into your mouth, crawling its way down your throat. You feel every pricked leg, every wing beat as it makes its way down your chest. And just as you feel like it's about to dissipate, your eyes open. But after something happened while you weren't there. She goes into a vision. Dakota, Emmy, and Ollie. You're familiar with such things. But within a couple of seconds, perhaps 10, 15, you see Darian cough. And as he does, a moth flies out of his mouth. Ugh, what the? Oh, God. Oh, God.
Dakota goes, oh, fuck, that's gross.
And again,
what the hell?
as countless moths pour out of his throat from his mouth, covering your vision, blinding you from seeing each other. You only hear the beating of wings and a wits awareness check from the three of you, please.
Holy shit,
Oh,
yes.
no. There he goes.
I'm not going to get the Fae blood.
Oh, no, I can't see fucking shit. Why is it so
Nope.
bright?
5 successes.
Wits awareness.
Yeah, what's
Holy
awareness wait for Emmy?
shit, Ollie.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Slow.
No rush. No, you're good.
I'm assuming I don't want to add anything to this because I don't really have time. It's like reaction.
Yeah, it's it's reactionary. 3.
Ooh, 3.
Ollie,
That's
you're
bad
the
for
only
me.
one that can pick up what you think amongst the beating of wings is whispering, but you don't hear. You can't make out any words. You can barely hear it, and you're only able to tell it because it's pretty. If you listen hard enough, it's distinct enough. After about 5 seconds of this chaos, of all of them flying out of the open door, all making their way to what you imagine is the dining room, when the air is clear, Darian is missing.
What the fuck, Ava? You broke him.
And as you look over to Ava, you see her start to blink and coming out of the vision.
Question. Can I snatch any of these? Just snatch out and grab onto any of
Well,
these?
you're welcome to make a roll.
Oh, you're going to try to get him all.
Dex athletics.
Hey,
Okay.
witch, I got a new gift for you.
Yeah, of course.
Ollie, the
This
ultimate
is a little-
collector.
A
Yep.
little bit different.
There we go. I'll willpower that. I'm really interested in this. So
With 2.
2 successes.
Yeah, it's 2. Unfortunately, however, when you grab hold of one and you do actually get your hand around one for a moment, when the wings beat, they throw your fingers off with a strength that is not only to just a moth, but of a man, human being. It takes you for perhaps throws you off balance, or not off balance, but like shocks you for a moment. But again, after it's all said and done, when the moths are gone, Ava eyes blink. You didn't see the moths, Ava. You didn't see them all disappear. However, as you come out of it, Ava, and perhaps Dakota whips around and like starts yelling at you. You understand. You understand how to do this. At least one of the major requirements to get this fire done. It does require whoever is going to perform the ritual to imbibe Fae blood.
Oh, Emmy!
Yay! I do get to do it.
Oh,
And when the time is right, all you know, and you don't know how, you don't know when, you don't know where, but when it's time, the blood will be provided.
What What?
my God.
You understand how to do the ritual, at least to the best of your knowledge, though you're not practiced in blood magic. It's not technically blood magic. So there'll be essences of it because you're a kindred.
What the fuck?
But you know how to do it.
Do I know what vision I had for the Fae, or is that kind of like I have an amnesia? Like, because I gave her a premonition.
That wasn't. You're not even convinced that was even a vision. I mean, like, that was very real. That wasn't a vision. You were communicated with something.
Okay.
And you have answers. You know where that came from. You just don't know. Like, it's not like you just know it. It's not something you just you're read. You can't pinpoint how you learned it. You just simply know.
Okay.
And you just know internally that when the time for the blood is due, it'll be provided, whatever that means.
Does Ava know what vision they took?
Oh, I
No,
didn't even
what
take
the
it there was a
implication?
vision.
It wasn't.
It's riding shotgun.
Correct. It is riding
it's still
shotgun
in you
on her
right now.
visions.
I
Or-
have a
I don't know
little
if it's-
moth in me. I don't know. Matt's like, you know what? That's what you
Ava's
think.
always had mommy vibes. Now she can mommy this moth.
Well, you did not watch. There was not a yeah. So
This isn't what I had in mind. No.
It never is, Ava.
I don't think anybody expected this.
He's
But
a
as
Mothra.
you blink too.
Just in time for Mother's Day.
Oh.
Yeah. Dakota, you whipped around and said what? What happened to
I was like,
Ava?
wow, how did the picture turn out, Ava? What'd you see?
Oh. Do you care that Darian's missing?
I
And then she's like-
you said it's a Polaroid and spit it out. I go pick it up and do the fanny
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
and like,
yeah.
what do I see on the picture?
So you pulled it from Ava's fingers, and as you grab it and look at it, you see just a normal photo. Looks like you and Darian.
Yeah,
Ava, you look at it, you still see the moth on the corner of his lip.
what kind of fucking camera is this? Where
Which-
did you buy this thing?
You're aware that the picture you took last time Emmy could see it, but this was a little different, and you kind of did
I'll pass the photo. There's nothing in the picture. Look.
a Saito and made some guesses and did some things, you know?
Just kind of at a camera store. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was all her. I didn't think it was a camera.
Ava,
Yes.
are
Sorry,
you with us?
I'm here.
What, did you
I
go
think-
somewhere else?
Yes. I met the Fae.
What?
She
I'm-
says she's gonna give you her blood.
We are going to need blood. I know how to do it. I know how to make the fire. I know how to do it.
What do you mean you know through osmosis?
I made a deal with them. And they get
What's the deal?
the deal was they take Darian and they take a vision of mine, or I, give them one of my visions, and they'll get, and then I ask for the fire, and
So that explains why Darian's not here. What was the vision?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't know if I can't remember or if
You remember.
it-
You remember it all.
Well, I think the vision that I offered. I don't know what that is yet.
No, so you're pretty aware what they understand. I think you understand. Whenever you do a vision or whenever you have a dream, it is going to be there experiencing it with you.
Okay.
What that means, you don't know how that's going to operate. You don't know
Okay.
what that means. It's not taking them from you, but like Bub
Yeah.
said, it's riding shotgun. It's going to,
I'm just-
whenever you have a vision,
little moth
it will be
flying around in
it will
there
be
somewhere.
experiencing the visions alongside you for whatever that means.
I think the Fae is going to be with me in every vision I have moving forward. I
That's
think.
exciting. I
With-
wonder if I could do that.
With you?
Oh, it's kind of a win though. You didn't have to give it, like, you get to keep it, right?
Yeah, if I don't mind a Fae hanging out with me in my dream world.
Well,
It-
that was
it's-
really a win, considering the fact, Darian's gone too. That's one less body we got to worry about. Nobody's got to sweep him up when it's time.
Okay, but here's the thing.
That was
The
a fucking. That was a W.
Yeah.
That was a
This is-
victory.
Yeah, I high five Ollie. That we fucking
Let's
never
go!
high five Emmy. Emmy, you high five.
I mean, high fives, but is confused why we're high fiving.
Hold on. The thing with the fire, though,
Okay, the thing.
Okay.
we do need Fae blood.
So where are we gonna get
Oh
that?
fuck.
We'll get it when the time comes.
So does
What
that
does
mean I
fucking
still
mean?
get
What do
to
you
have
mean?
fake
When
blood?
we-
I don't know. That's how I feel right now. That's what the Fae. That's how I feel. Okay.
Okay,
Look, prophecies and shit.
you know what?
We'll know when we know.
I am a firm believer in taking a W,
all right,
as
all
Ollie
right.
put
Yeah,
it, when,
yeah,
when
definitely.
we get one. So why don't you go talk to the Anards? I'm gonna take Ava and see if I can decipher this fucking moth situation. And
Don't forget the body.
oh fuck the body. Oh, God. Okay,
What,
and
it
we'll
was a
deal
mo-
with the
was
body.
It was a moth? You said it was a moth?
A
What
moth
if it was
is
like the
inside of me
whole-
right now.
You got a mothman in you?
I want
have-
a moth inside of me.
Is
I
it
have a
bad?
single lunar moth inside of me.
Gross. Ew. Ugh.
Cool.
Like you ate it?
I didn't have a choice.
You
It
eat
went in
so
my mouth.
many
Ate a
weird
moth?
things, Ava.
Why do you keep? Yeah, you gotta
I
stop
would let a
that,
moth
kid.
climb in my mouth too.
Okay, you know what,
okay.
Ollie?
Oh,
Take your grandma and go for a walk into
because
in our
my grandma's
territory.
so weird.
Okay.
Why is she so weird?
And I'm gonna take Ava, and we're gonna go for a different walk.
You're gonna have to tell me all about that later, Ava.
Hey, so are you
Eva.
like supercharged then? If you ate a Fae thing, does that mean you're like kind of like, are you seeing visions and shit now?
Not yet.
Because Mark, like, he had some Fae stuff and he could cuckoo. He's gone.
He drank Fey blood.
Oh God.
Ava has not.
Well, you know what? That sounds like a problem for another day because you said we'll know when the time is right, and obviously it's not the right time because we have no fucking Fey blood.
When Dakota says that, Ava, there's a moment where you're like, wait, well, the ritual has to be performed on the night of a full moon, actually.
Oh God damn it!
It just comes to your mind.
We'll know.
Oh no,
When-
that's soon.
There's a full moon.
That's in 2 nights. That's when Grant's going on his date.
So we're gonna do a
Perhaps-
ritual on the
and
full
it's a-
moon. I'm
and it's
excited
a-
about this.
So if you
It's
don't
a
do it this
blood
week, I mean, you
ritual.
could still do it
The
next
next
month.
full moon.
Can we
Any-
please not mess with their date?
Okay,
Let's
all right.
just-
We'll pick another full moon.
Maybe
They come
it will
around
be
every month.
occupy us so we don't
doing the
have to mess with their
That's what I'm
date.
saying. Doing the ritual will keep you from messing with their date.
Okay.
Can we just go somewhere else and not be around their date?
Yeah, you can do it anywhere. When Ollie says that, you go, well, on the
We
night
don't
of the
have to be on
ritual,
our date.
you have to mark the area with the pricks of the kindred blood who is going to be imbuing, drinking the Fey blood. So you need to mark where you want to be protected by this fire as step 1 by drawing your own blood and
I just had a
creating
fucking
a bear.
idea.
it comes to Ava's mind when you're like, well, we don't have to do it near her, right? And Ava, really, actually, you can do it wherever you want, as
As long as it's on the location you want it.
yeah,
Yeah.
as long as it's
Okay.
marked.
Does Ava share
Yes.
that
So
information?
where do we want
Yes.
to do it?
Yes.
Okay, this is the idea I had, Amy.
Yes.
Here we are trying to figure out what our first fucking plan of attack is on Vitel, and this is it. If he has been fed into being a hollow shell of nothing but shadow, we set up on the perimeter, whatever this fucking ritual is, and send Ava in as a godforsaken torch. We come in after her. We can either do it in 2 nights or we can do it a month from 2 nights from now.
You understand? As she says that, is Ava thinking of the ritual still, or is she more?
Yes.
What are your thoughts right now before I throw things at you? Just like, what would be the next step?
Yes.
Yeah. As you keep thinking, you're like, well, what would I do after that? What would make sense? What would Saito do? And in that moment, you're like, of course, I need to inscribe runes then where you wish the fire to be. As you inscribe the runes, it has to be in salt and powdered silver in particular.
Salt and powdered
Inters-
silver.
And interspersed with runes that you are familiar with blood magic only because you've seen Saito's book for so long are runes that are much more unfamiliar, less sharp, much more round, elegant, something that is otherworldly compared to their blood rituals. They're mixed in between the glyphs or the runes that you put in blood magic versus and these runes that are in something else.
Runes. Salt. And powdered. What was it? Powdered
Powdered
Silver.
silver.
Okay.
powdered silver.
Do you know like what the effect's gonna be, Ava? Is it like a bomb, or you get to like carry a torch? Or, like what's the outcome?
Well, you think, and so like, well, no, because you know the fire is to be stationary and it will only affect the area that you outline in blood.
Stationary fire. Only where the outlined blood is.
Okay.
That's all it'll affect. And you can't go to, there's like a maximum size. You can't be like all of Chicago. It's like maybe at most a block or two's worth of size if you want to go big. But the bigger you go, the more difficult the ritual becomes.
limited parameters.
Okay. You know what? Let's talk through this on a walk, huh, Ava? Let's talk
Does
and
Ollie
walk.
want to hear the rest of it, or does Ollie?
Because I gotta think this through. You're telling me that really what we're talking about is a single tight location in which we have to basically pre-plan, drain you, and assure that you are protected on a site that's actually going to affect what we want it to affect. Which means we have to get there prior to Vitel.
And it will take. You also realize it's going to take all night. It will be an all-night affair from beginning to from the sunset until till sun up.
This isn't a bright place for Ollie to like hear this, because like in his mind he's like, why block an area when we could just figure out how to block and anoint ourselves? Like, he's a crime boss comic book reader, right? Like, this is not his foray, so he's gonna be like, wait a minute, what about us? We could fix us.
Fix us.
I mean, if we could appoint an area, why couldn't we appoint a person?
And we are imbued and protected.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I like this. Does it work like that?
You don't have any knowledge in your mind as you think about it, but your logic would say you would all need to imbibe Fey blood in that way then. And as you think about that, the next and maybe the final two important steps kind of come to mind. After you draw out the symbols and whatnot, you have to offer something that's important to you, the person who's going to be binding their blood to this fire to have it ignite. And then finally, the very last step is the imbuing, the drinking of the Fey blood. All you know at this point is, depending on how that goes, you'll either succeed or it'll fail. And all you know is failure means catastrophic consequences for the person performing the ritual. So, and you don't know what happens after that. You don't know what's going to happen after you drink the blood. All you know is that's the final step of the ritual.
You must offer what is important to you, and then you drink the blood, whether it works or not. If it fails,
what we just came across is like a recipe for a literal nuclear bomb, and I don't think we can just willy-nilly fuck with it or just like decide now what we want to do with it. It's like a one-time catch-all, rip the band-aid off and hope for the fucking best. It's a 50-50 chance.
Ava, I need to resolve composure when you hear Dakota say that.
Resolve and
two
composure.
stats,
Yep. No, that's composure and composure. Hold on. Resolve, composure. Okay. 1.
Okay. Take 1 not aggravated damage, but just like run 1 blunt regular damage as your head winces in pain for just a brief moment.
Ow!
You know, and you simply understand, we made a deal. And the deal concludes with you doing the ritual.
Like, can we not talk about this anymore?
I mean, you clearly saw her grab her head and go, ah.
I wish Saito was here. He would know what to do with this ritual.
That note, I think we should.
Ollie's like, you know what? About that walk.
Are you okay?
No. I think I thought too hard about this.
I think that even breaks Ollie. He's just like, what the fuck did I just hear?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a wild excuse.
I thought too hard.
I used my brain too much.
Yes. I think if I don't know. Just I'm fine.
Okay, so then let's put it out of sight and out of mind for right now. You know, let's. I
don't really want to put it out of sight and out of mind.
Well,
really
you and I, we could talk about it. You and I could talk about it, but like she thought too hard, and it
I still volunteered to drink the blood.
Okay.
Maybe I go find the Anarchs alone. I don't fucking know. If you're just gonna keep talking about the blood all night long.
All right, fine. He's getting grumpy.
So Ollie walks up. Does anybody join Ollie as he's going off?
Yeah, Emmy will.
Emmy
After
goes?
she says he's getting grumpy, Ava will.
Needs grandma to soothe him. Off the two of them go, leaving Ava and Dakota, where our camera lingers for a little while. I'm curious if Dakota says anything, or if Ava says anything. But Ava, you just internally know, not going through with this and not doing the ritual would be worse for you. Not them, but definitely for you.
And for me.
Well, someone wants to succeed a power trip.
Yeah, because we need that Fey blood. So they're obviously going to
Provide it.
provide it at some point. Oh, God.
When it's time. When you said when it's time, and now that you think about how to do the ritual, it'll be the last step. At that moment, it will be provided.
Okay, Ava, you know what? We don't got to talk about it right now. And I'm not saying we're not going to do it. I'm just saying, like, I think we should be really smart about it.
Does Ava with Ollie and Amigon tell Dakota about how you feel about not, or potentially not thinking about it right now?
I
just want to know. I'm just curious.
No, I think she's just going to keep it to herself.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we not talk about mobs and fairies and stupid bullshit, and let me show you something real.
Oh, okay. What is real?
Oh my God!
I ask myself every day.
just fucking strap on your camera and put on a pair of walking shoes, for Christ's sake.
Okay, Ava's like part Malkavian, I swear. Like,
just trying.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So Dakota,
I feel that a little bit too.
Yeah.
For Emmy.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Emmy. I mean,
Little Delulu. Okay.
I'm very curious where this is going to go with this Fey blood stuff. So, you take away Dakota. Obviously, ushers off with Ava. Ollie ushers off with Emmy. Remind me where you're both going again.
Which two of us?
Yes, which two?
Both groups. I mean,
okay. Dakota first is just going to take Ava to the closest stop we need to make, which is
the body.
Oh God damn it, that body.
The body. Yeah.
That was not what I was going to say. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go deal with this body, aren't we?
Deal with the hotel. Let's go to the rack. It's just right next to the rack.
But there's consequences if that body gets found.
No, Dakota was so hyped to show Ava something
I
great.
thought you were all gonna forget. I'm sitting here being like,
Emmy's not gonna forget because that's how Emmy has survived.
If Ava says the body, we'll deal with the fucking body first. Okay.
So you're gonna go deal with the body. And the two, Emmy and you guys going Bruja territory?
No. So Dakota first is gonna take. I mean, if it's nearby.
No, you're going that way. Yeah. Where's Ollie and Emmy going?
Oh.
Wherever Emmy says that the largest amount of standing anarchs in the city remain.
Yeah, Emmy knows a lot of people in South Chicago area.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Let me open up the map real quick.
I think whatever context
for
she
the
knows
most part,
will be the
you're
most
looking
influential.
at basically over by like between Bridgeport and Canaryville, kind of where the Anarch sign is, actually, like right around this area. Okay. I mean, you're lucky. It's
Where's
where
my park?
Your park is, I thought, it's either like here or it's way
like
down
this
here.
one?
You can choose like anywhere on this side of the yellow line.
Yeah, I thought it was like this.
Yeah, I thought it was this
rectangle.
Not too far away from the Lights Out pub at this point.
No, yeah, it wasn't far from it.
I just want to pop up in the book for a second.
If you grab this triangular one, it's actually in Anarch territory. And very close to Chinatown.
But I think it was this rectangular
big one.
Yeah, because we ended up walking there last time.
Because it wasn't far. This is the one that we're talking about giving to Anarchs.
Yeah,
this square.
Yeah, the red square is ours. This little tiny green dot behind Brighton Park is the
the little one.
Yeah, the little tiny one
right above on that line.
And the red square is that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think this will be easy for Emmy
to them because I mean that's a big gain, right? Like that is a big area for them to pick up.
Let me see if I can actually make this available to everybody. I'm gonna have to do a little finagling here so that y'all can see what we're seeing. Okay, I gotta go.
We have a map overlay.
Yes.
We just haven't used it in a long time.
I was about to say, I don't, I have a way to show the map. It's usually, here we go. Okay, yeah. I got our territory in. Okay, check it out. I'll ping everything again. So, Anarch territory, Lights Out pub, Loud One's territory is the red box. This little green dot, which you may not be able to see on screen behind Brighton Park, is the one with the church, the one that Needles was in. And this is Emmy's park.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then, so everything to the right of that is kind of open Anarch area.
But I've been very involved in South Chicago business.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
And Gary and Anna.
So there were two people within the Anarchs you were very you had pretty close ties with for a while. One of them was Genghis. He's gone. You haven't heard from Genghis in a while. You may even have learned that his from them, right?
No.
She knew that.
Layla. I'm
pretty sure
it was
handed the
known.
name off is what I mean. But I guess like you wouldn't have learned that. But Yeah, you would have learned. Oh, then you definitely would have learned Layla. Layla knocked out Genghis.
Sorry.
Genghis was killed by Layla. But the other person who's still alive that you were in close contact with and who's actually taken a bit of a step up in terms of power recently is a caitiff by the name of Mal Davis.
Oh.
I'll write that down.
Yep. Canon, you can go. She's in the book if you want to look it up.
M-A-L-D-A-V-I-S.
So are you saying that Ollie told Emmy?
No, I don't think Ollie
Genghis?
told.
No.
I don't think Ollie told you about that. Actually,
I found out about that another
You just-
way.
all you know is that Genghis was killed by Layla. That's all you know about
Okay.
Genghis's death. As
I hadn't heard
Layla
from
knocked him out.
You said
Yeah.
Mal Davis.
Maldavis. Yep.
Okay, Mal Davis.
Sorry, hang on a second. I'm looking up a rule.
Caitiff.
Yep, caitiff. Anyway, so Emmy, what you know about her is that she's recently, I'd say within the past year, got her fingers pretty deep into politics out that way. And she stepped up into a much more of a leadership role in Mark's absence, as Genghis has also kind of been taken off the playing board, or the playing field rather. And she's become rather influential. And she is rather charismatic and very often very eager to speak about what the Anarchs truly stand for, and how there are some within the Anarchs that don't like that she occasionally even works with people within the Camarilla when it benefits Anarchs and doesn't just resist them at all costs. And there are not a lot of people like that, but the Anarchs are in no place to say no to a leader who is making decisive action. That her decisions have benefited the Anarchs basically since she stepped up. Their growth hasn't really grown, but that's because she's going up against the Camarilla. But she's been able to unify and inject a little bit of livelihood into the Anarchs over the past year or so. And that's who would come to mind for you.
Okay. Then as Emmy skips and follows angry Ollie, or grumpy Ollie, she says, "Where are you going?"
I don't know. It's the blood thing. It's a blood thing. Like, why it's like you got a foot in a grave a second time. Why are you rushing for the blood?
I mean, aren't you curious about the blood?
No. And you know why I'm not curious about the blood? Because I
You
watched my
haven't
friends.
lived long enough.
No, I've lived just long enough. I watched my friends accidentally take some werewolf blood, and that fucked them up for a couple of days. I can't imagine.
I wouldn't want werewolf blood. That's different.
Oh, it's different. You're talking like unleaded to leaded versus like super premium, because I feel like fairy blood.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Gasoline.
Metal?
Gasoline. It's gas station. No, it doesn't
Don't
matter.
drink gasoline either.
I don't. Oh, okay. Look, I don't think that it's a good idea. Mark lost his fucking marbles. And it's
But that's
clear.
Mark.
Look at the Witch of the Yards. Yeah, she's nice. Yeah, she's fun. Yeah, she runs a fair game. But she's clearly lost her marbles too.
Haven't we all?
No.
At this point.
No.
I mean, what does she have? What does she not have? She has a
For one,
place.
pants.
She
doesn't have
has-
fucking pants.
That's freedom. Who wants pants? I never wear pants either.
You wear dresses. That is very different.
Yeah, it's freedom.
It's free. You know what? Can you
Have
just
you tried wearing a dress before? Ollie?
I have not, and I don't think that I will.
I think you might.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe we'll play dress up sometime.
How are you this evasive at the fact that we shouldn't be drink? We shouldn't. Amy, we should. This is it. Okay, explain this to me then, please.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't like my argument, please explain why it seems like a good idea.
Because they have a lot of magical powers. Imagine what you could do with their blood. Blood is powerful. I mean, it's kind of the reason why I was okay with, eating who.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, that's a
Now I have
strong, it's a
access to all
strong,
kinds of abilities
it's-
that I wouldn't before.
It's a strong argument. Don't say that in front of Ava. She's real salty about losing her shadow powers. If she finds out that you can tap into that, like she's not even thinking about that right now. Don't tell her that.
Emmy will remember that.
I hate that you did the Jedi wave like that. That bothers me out of game. Look, I don't want to see you get messed up either. You didn't see Mark.
It's because you care about me.
I mean, I kind of do. Okay, maybe I kind of do. Is that weird?
A little bit, but I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it.
Do you not have anybody else that cares about you?
She like holds out lamb chop.
Just lamb chop.
No, someone that can talk, that has feelings.
I mean, I don't know if they really care about me. They mostly just want things from me. So in that sense, yeah, I guess they care about me because they want things. That's how most people are.
The only thing I want from you is to stay alive.
I know, it's so weird.
Stop it. It's not weird to like people. And to not
You're the only person who I know that's like that.
Is that such a bad thing?
I haven't decided yet. I think it's more dangerous for you, though, because people will know what you care about. And then they can use it, and
Do you
they'll
really
take
think
it,
people are going to
and
step
they'll
to you
ruin it.
in Dakota and Ava? How many people are going to walk away from that trifecta of fuckery?
Yeah, not too many people.
Right. So I like powerful things. Is that doesn't sound so bad.
We're coming around full circle. I also like powerful things. So
Yeah, but I'm
that's
not
why
trying
I
to
want
eat
to drink the
them.
blood.
There's a difference. I'm not trying to eat them, Em. I'm just saying.
I don't see the difference.
Okay. There's something my mom used to say, and I don't think anyone has ever told this to you. You with the fairy blood, you're borrowing trouble, kid. You are borrowing trouble.
I am trouble.
Yeah, but there has to be a point where you see like there's too fucking much trouble. There's a reason that you left Chicago to begin with, right?
I mean, that wasn't by choice. Well, I mean, it was kind of by choice. It was either that or I just die and roll over. But, power.
Okay. Well, before you keep prattling on about this blood thing, just please let it sink into the unedged and zero rigid pink meat of your brain that people can care about you without having a want from you.
What if I think too hard and it hurts like Ava?
Oh my God, I'm gonna walk into the fucking sunlight.
That's a good though.
Don't do that. Anyways, I have our solution to our problems. Yeah, I know this person named Mal Davis, and I think she's perfect for this job. Follow me.
And Emmy will like skip, and then a car just rolls up.
There's an extremely exasperated sigh that comes from Ollie.
As a car rolls up and the engine continues to run, but it's put in park, out steps from the driver's seat, nameless Goon A, way too big to be doing what he does. And he obviously walks over to open the door for Emmy first and even offers to like pick you up and put you in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you let him?
Yeah, Emmy pops in.
He buckles you in and then he shuts the door. And then if he'll open the door for Ollie, if Ollie didn't just get in the car while that was happening.
He'll just get in.
Yeah. And off you drive. This is Hank. And where you're headed, you actually know where she tends to spend most of her time. And that is in the, I think this is called the center, the town center thing. Where the hell is it? I just had it. Sorry, hang on.
What was the thing you said that your mom said? Borrowing trouble.
Borrowing trouble. Yeah. Borrowing
I'll
trouble.
put my notes.
I was put on the wrong legend page. Dude.
That would be a great conviction.
Yeah.
If it was tied to like, yeah. Well, maybe, it's just a good conviction.
They literally just call it the center. It is a building that essentially she just is like a little like a community center, essentially, where they spend where the anarchs will gather and spend a lot of their time. Again, the anarchs are much more, at least outwardly, democratic in nature, or more equal in nature. So as you pull up to this place, it's empty at this time of night. You can still see a couple lights on and a couple of cars parked here and there. But like always, Emmy, when you swing out to this way, when you want to speak to somebody with any sway or power with any anarchs, there is clearly a few kindred here. You park the vehicle. The vehicle. He drops you off. He wouldn't park the vehicle, and he would just look over to you, Emmy, and would go, "Oh, mistress, what time would you like me to come pick the two of you up? Shall I remain in the parking lot?"
Yeah, do a few circles and we'll be out.
Okay. And he nods. He'll open the door for both of you. Ollie probably did it for himself at this point already, though. And as he pulls away and you're walking toward the center, you look back and you just see him start doing big laps just around the parking lot.
Can you have him park? This is.
It's more fun if he drives around. At least
he's not
do
speeding.
something.
He's going real slow.
Okay.
I mean, otherwise you just sit there. It's so boring.
Boring is also not inviting to trouble from the potential anarchs. The last thing they need is to find that there's a Camarilla goon that is circling their parking lot.
There's no trouble. Also, I think you'll kind of like her. She's really, I don't know. She's got a zhuzh to her.
Oh, what'd you say?
Yeah, you know.
I mean, we'll just skip it and start walking up to the center.
So as you open the door and you're like, what the fuck is vajajja? The camera will hard cut to Ava and Dakota. Where are you headed?
I'm following Ava to go.
It was in this hotel here.
Yeah,
on this floor.
It's like the fifth floor. You're probably walking up to the door as our camera cuts in. It's still do not disturb. Nobody's opened it, and it's left alone. And as you take your little plastic key out and boop, you hear the lock undo.
All right, as we go, this is like a motel or a hotel?
It's a hotel, but it's just not like a 5-star hotel.
Okay, as we go to walk in, Dakota needs to take in some stuff. How many people are in the parking lot? Where are the major fire exit doors?
Yes, I mean, this is
we gotta
in
get
the middle
this body
of the city.
out. Okay,
this is in the middle of the city, so the hotel's packed. She literally said, I think across the street or a block away. So yeah, hotel's packed.
Is there a balcony?
Yeah. You go to a hotel, but you go to one with at least a balcony.
Yeah.
You're on the 5th. We'll say you're on the 5th floor of a 10-story hotel.
God damn it.
Maybe we should have brought Clyde and Jim.
Okay, can knowing that this is the job we were gonna have to do, because Dot doesn't think as fast as I think Dakota would, can we have stopped by the butcher shop and got some blood? And I'm gonna make Ava carry these pints of blood, pig's blood, in her designer purse to get it in this fucking hotel.
Oh, no.
I think I know what you're trying to do. So yes,
I need at least.
You have a bbutcher contact that you can go to.
Exactly. So I'm gonna call him. We swing by.
Pick them up. You go in and you're able to get them in the hotel without anybody seeing. It's easy to sneak that shit in. You get to the hotel room.
Oh, fuck me.
So what are we doing?
I pull out these warm pints of pig's blood. I was like, well, we can't be empty if we're gonna make it look like he killed himself.
And so we're gonna
make me just an intelligence medicine check, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when they examined the body.
Don't worry, I got a plan for that too, but that's okay. Go ahead, Ava.
All right.
That would be what I was getting to. Is it'll be hard to it'll look like blood's everywhere, but when they examine the body,
not with the detective contact. They'll ruin a suicide on the spot and then toss the body. It'll be
Reach out to Frank.
Yeah,
no, don't worry about the roll. You were in the direction I was going to guide you in anyway.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
So Dakota says, yeah, but Frank essentially.
All right.
You got a point.
So we're gonna make the scene, and then you're gonna call in your friend.
Yeah, look, we got a couple here options here, Ava. We can go all the way back to the boat and get the dogs and let them have an extremely dry dinner. Okay? Or we can fake his death. If we make it look like a on the street, we're never gonna be able to replicate the fucking forensics, blah 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 blah.
All right.
He kills himself. Blood spilled all over these beautiful white fucking sheets. We call it in. Frank's first on the scene. They nail it as a suicide. They clean the blood up, and nobody's the wiser. Plus, maybe he'll be a John Doe. I take his wallet out of his back pocket. And I need that. I need that money, anyways.
All right. Let's do this then. I guess let's get the blood in there, call up Frank, and clean this up, and be done with it.
Do you care about his name? Is that something you look at?
No. Does he have any major credit cards?
Yeah, he's got a credit card in there. He's got one.
I don't know his PIN number to pull money though.
No.
I should have asked.
I
drained him to death.
I mean, Ava, you could premonition or soul scry the soul on that thing and see if you can see if you roll high enough on scry the soul, actually you can see the PIN number.
Why are you asking about money, Dakota?
Well, that's a conversation clearly for another time because we didn't get to go see that yet, did we, Ava? No, we have to.
But you see his name on the credit card, Rolando.
Is it a nice credit card? Is it just like a basic ass debit?
It's a basic ass credit card.
Okay, well.
She was super hungry. She wasn't being mega picky at the time. She didn't have time to pick and choose who she wanted to drink from.
All right, let's.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, we got to make this look somewhat.
Yes.
Legitimate, and we did fill a corruption bar. I mean, a Saito bar, Mathis.
Corruption bar. Yeah, same thing with that.
I know it's the same damn thing. Okay, so the first
You're
thing
gonna toss blood all over it.
The first thing Dakota does is go over, and you kind of watch as her claw or her nail gets long like a talon, and she'll just but we're gonna need to find him a knife. How are we gonna fucking do? You got a gun on you? Okay,
you could have bought a knife on the way in.
Yeah, I bet I've got a boot knife. I have to have a basic switchblade or something.
I'm not worried about that. That's a detail.
So I've got to make it look like it. So I slice them open real deep. And then I've got to trickle splatter blood that way. So I Jackson Pollock's my fingers into some pig's blood, a
dexterity craft
God
check.
Damn it.
Got any specialties in craft? Because I do.
Let Ava do it. She can do the speckling of the blood.
That's right. I go, Ava, now's a prime time to use your artsy-fartsy side and splatter some blood, please.
I do have a specialty
You
in
watched
craft.
the way she slashed the neck. You watched and then
it would pour down his neck. So that I can do with the tub.
You can easily just put pool blood on his chest while Ava does the splatter in the direction of where the cut was.
Oh. I rolled dexterity and dexterity. Oopsie.
Is it the same pool? Is it the same pool?
It's one less.
So you could just remove the last die. Success.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I
mean,
you,
4 successes.
With 4, it's fine. You're plenty good. It's very good, actually. Very real. You've seen a lot of. You've seen a lot of murder.
You've killed a lot of people, Ava. That's nice.
And past, yes, honestly, I have.
I'm really proud of you. Does he have a cell phone?
Oh yeah, of course.
Every normal kind has a cell phone.
The first, I don't know how to use it. What's the last number he dialed? Read it out to me, and I pick up the line in the hotel, and I'll dial out the last number he dialed. We got to make this look like a suicide. Dakota's done this before.
You got 2 problems. It's a touchscreen phone for his, so someone needs to rouse the blood.
God damn it.
And then you also don't know the password to his phone.
God damn it.
Can we use his fingerprint? Can we use his hand?
You know what? I'd allow that if you want to. Well,
I will blush of
life. Would it detect his fingerprint when his body is cold and gone? Yeah, it's not a heat thing. Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know how the technology works.
It's like a fingerprint thing. Your fingerprint doesn't disappear unless someone burns your fingerprint out.
Right, yeah. So the fingerprint's there.
So yeah, Ava, you're able to.
Can we get his pin from this phone? Oh, I'm gonna steal this man's money.
That would be cool if it only did it with heat detection.
Yeah.
So you were able to find the fingerprint sensor. You put his little finger up against it. It unlocks. And you go through his phone. You actually see he called his brother last. It says big bro. That's all it says. Big bro.
You know what? I'll use his hand to pick up the phone so his fingerprints and shit are on it. And as Ava calls the number out, I dial it. I let it ring 2 or 3 times. And then I'll hang up with his hand, or maybe leave it boop 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 off the line. I was like, we've got about 2 minutes.
Okay. Shouldn't we be the ones reporting this because we walked in the room?
Do you want to be here when the cops show up?
No.
Do you want to go on a police report?
No.
What name did you use to sign in downstairs?
My usual fake name, Anna.
Perfect. Well, it's dead now because you're going to be tied to a murder scene, so I suggest you get a new one.
Ava, I'm gonna ask you for a roll real quick, and this is retroactive because I'm curious if this is something you would have been thinking about with 4 hunger. So temporarily bring your hunger to 4 if you don't mind.
Oh no.
Yes. Okay.
And can you make me an intelligence awareness roll, please?
Awareness.
Intelligence.
And intelligence. All right.
4 successes, and it's not messy.
Ugh.
I would say you had the peace of mind enough to go to a place with minimal camera security. You have to deal with the camera of the front door and a camera in the hallway, and that's it. So and if you look out in the camera in the hallway, it's actually a decent distance. You're not even sure it could pick up the details of the 2 of you from where it's at. But to find a place with no camera would have taken you to get way further or somewhere else, and you had risk high. You run the risk of seeing blood.
Is he wearing
in
a
public.
wedding band?
No.
Ava, I'm gonna need you to take off your undergarments and leave them behind.
Oh God. All right.
So she does.
Yeah.
You think the camera picked up your face or just your outfit?
It might have. It might have picked up my face. There were 2 cameras that I saw.
The one on the way in would have seen both of you, but it can't tell you what room it went
Well,
into,
right
so.
now you're an anonymous woman that saw this man. They'll be looking for you, so maybe lay low, stay out of this hotel in the general area. Might not want our feet in the rack for just a hot second. T-minus a minute and 15 seconds, and we gotta hit a payphone to call Frank.
All right. I'm running out of places to feed.
We're gonna have to go on a fire escape.
Oh my God. All right. It was like getting all these steps. She's like getting more and more frustrated.
So you make
All
a call
right.
to Frank. Unless you want to set up a meeting with him, I imagine it's a quick
No,
phone call.
I would just call his house and he would just hear Dakota pick up and say, hey, there's been a suicide, hotel address, blah, 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 room, blah, blah,
hear
blah.
an exasperated sigh.
Shut up,
He's
Frank,
just-
and listen. You need to be the first on scene. It'll be rated a suicide. No need to look any deeper, especially in the blood. Got it?
Yeah. And I love cheesecake. Have a good night.
Yep. Thanks, Frank.
Yep. You hang it up, and he'll take care of it.
Okay. And I pat Ava on the shoulder. We did it. Now we need to get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
Where are you going?
Yes, where to next?
Maybe just something different. You want to know where I need all this money? How much cash has this guy got in here?
I had like $32.
God damn it. Well, it's $32 closer to my goal.
Of $1 million.
And yeah, that would be nice. And so I will we need to his wallet's going to be gone, so that they thought she stole it. So I need to dump it in a trash can nowhere near here, right? Once I clear it, maybe I'll take the cards to try, but if it,
Yeah.
I doubt I'm going to get any luck with the cards. So I'll just take what cash he's got, toss the wallet a few trash can blocks down, and take.
You do again. Ava could speak. It's not premonition. It would be spirit's touch to try and see if you wanted to figure out the pin.
If you're that desperate, can you just tell me what you're
I
so...
want to show you. Just walk faster. Take your shoes off.
All right.
And I'll walk as fast as possible because I can't ride a skateboard. Just a little south, probably to like our Loud Ones territory. Like all this block that's kind of been under redevelopment and everything's gentrifying and kind of changing.
Yep.
And I'll take her around the corner where we don't actually usually go. It's not necessarily close to or a couple blocks up from the theater. So it's not our stomping ground, I guess you could say. And I take you to a storefront. Did you see my message, Tracy? Check Zoom chat before I tell you this. I need your opinion.
I like the latter.
Okay, great.
I don't even know what this is.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So I take you around the corner and you see a basic, really simple Chicago storefront on a strip of other storefronts, and there's a for sale sign on the building, and it's an old comic book shop.
I see where you're going.
And Dakota goes, so I was thinking, Ollie could use like a space away from. His stress level is really high, and he talks about these fucking comic books all the time. So I thought maybe we should buy it. It's really close to the territory. It's just a minor expansion, but I have $32.12 after the phone call to Frank.
That's not gonna get you a building. And these office buildings in Chicago, rent is expensive. I gotta say. We gotta get you some money. I see.
Well, I have a thought. I thought of a backer, but it's gonna take some time. But I thought I'd let you in on my little secret, in case you wanted to help.
I would be happy to help. I think this is a great idea for a little gift.
I think there's like Dakota tries to squish the smile, but she's kind of glad she had maybe a good idea. It is not necessarily a nice block, which means Ollie wouldn't be called out too much. And my hope, Mathis, is like this old comic book shop probably has like cosplay nights and shit where like Ollie could show up, and it would be like all right, like he could
their own little chapter of a vampire LARP.
like he could blend. It's like what he did with Dakota at the skate shop, right? Like he has a place to maybe step out of the rink. It's a moment to step out of the rink. And so we could gift it to Ollie. He always has money somehow and buys things, and I don't know how to actually do that. So, but it's a start. I found it.
It's a good find. It's very quaint, and I think he'll love it.
Okay, good. But considering the fact I've only got $32.12 now, I don't know that tonight I'm going to be able to say purchase it. And I know we got other things on the docket, but I thought maybe you have affluent friends, or I
do.
Could ask Jackson.
I
kind of never asked for anything in exchange for, say, being a good pup. So I thought, maybe an expansion of our territory and some information about the fact we're letting anarchs in nearby could be a valuable trade, and he could,
Yes, I do worry about bothering him with these things. Look, I have some sugar daddies who might be able to help.
Really? They'll just give you the money?
If you've seen the power of my blood, they become addicted.
I've seen
They'll
the power
give me
of
anything.
a lot of things. I mean, I would love that. That would be great. They could give it to you, and we could give it to Ollie.
Yes. If I ask them to buy me a building, they will buy it.
I also thought maybe Emmy has money, but I'm not really sure where Grandma stands on the retirement funds,
Yes. Well, if this doesn't work, then maybe we ask Emmy. And if that doesn't work, then you can ask Jackson.
Okay.
I think that's the order.
Okay, now speaking of action things, we have to go find Damien, and I know you're not on really good standing with old, what's his face?
Nero.
But, maybe show up in your bad bitch era. Camera slung on your shoulder, and like you don't need him, right, Eva? Plus, who needs to carry around a shadow when you got a moth in your belly?
Oh God, I think it's in my brain actually.
Disgusting. Okay, come on. Disgusting.
Off you walk. As they head off, our camera once again cuts back to the front of the community center. A simple building, kind of a beacon of the ordinary in a sea of concrete. Outside, out front, there's a sign that says Parkview Community Center. It's got, kind of a bland coloring of just a white building and some deeper blues otherwise on its accents, but nothing more. And as you approach through the dusty windows, you can actually see a few lights on and a few figures moving about and chatting. Can I get a wits awareness from the two of you as you approach the front doors?
Of course. So glad I invested in these.
Yeah, do I want to around?
4.
I think I do. Ooh, that was good. I don't know what the difficulties.
No, don't worry about it.
6.
Great. So I needed a 5. So, Emmy,
Oh, I rolled poorly there too.
You, with a 6, are able to catch, leaving out the back door through the window, just a glimpse of who you think might be a kindred by the name of Portia.
Oh,
She's a newer kindred around Chicago. That's all you know. She's Camarilla, but
yeah. I was just gonna say, but she's Camarilla.
yep. That's a name a face you've seen, but having other Camarilla in the Anarch Community Center isn't also that strange, you know, like Anarchs, as long as they're not actively
Emmy will
attacking
even
the
point this
Camarilla.
out to Ollie because Ollie seems like he's on edge here. He's like
Sure.
saying that us circling around freaks people out, and she's just gonna like nonchalantly just be like,
See, even that new Camarilla chick, Portia, is here.
Kind of
You
peer to the side of the
you
building.
peer, but she's already gone. She was turning the corner as she caught a glimpse, and that was
Was that
it.
who that was?
Emmy will continue.
And you
okay.
open up the two front double wooden doors that lead to a main hall. And in this main hall, there's a few younger faces kind of milling about, some denim and piercings almost everywhere. And in the distance, you can hear motorcycles actually revving up and driving onto gravel as they move into park around this buildings. You can actually, as you move through the air, is a scent of stale coffee almost. And there's chalk scrawled slogans that clash with faded posters all about healthy eating in the main hall itself. Like Anarch writing and all that shit is all about it.
Ava needs a little learning of healthy eating.
In the corner of this main room, you can see about 3 people hunched over and intensely looking at pieces of scattered papers. It's hard to tell exactly unless you walk over there. And 2 bruiser types are over out in the basketball court that as you walk down the hall to the left through double doors, you can see them sparring with one another, throwing punches, nothing to actually do any damage, but doing some just practicing. Near the back, a curtained off space promises like a hint of privacy back there. And as you peel away the curtains, or Emmy would peel away the curtains leading you back there, it leads to a small area, a small room that has no doors, that may have been maybe like a little closet or something at some point, but now is just kind of empty, where you see just one person on a phone speaking that you would recognize Emmy as Moldova. She's about 5'5", with short brown hair, dark skin, and she's just wearing a plain white t-shirt and jeans. And you see like a deep purple lipstick across her lips. She looks over. She recognizes you, Emmy. She has no quarrels with you, and she gives you a pleasant wave and gives you like the
Emmy
1 minute.
waves
She gives you like the 1 minute thing and
and nods.
she kind of waves you away just for some privacy. And after a couple minutes, she does peek out the curtains. She's like, I am so sorry. Come on, please. It's been a while. How you been, Emmy?
Emmy like skips in and sits down with like lamb chop in her lap.
Oh, been busy doing things.
Can I let them talk and have Ollie kind of sidestep to, I don't know what sort of relationship they have, but giving them an opportunity to kind of connect there.
Pleasant
I want to go to the
acquaintance.
2 guys, right? I want to go to the 2 guys that are actually sparring in the gym.
Sure.
So give them an opportunity, maybe give her the DL on what Ollie is doing and what he's about.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ollie walks away, and as he walks away,
Do you say anything when you walk away?
It's probably one of those like it's a curt nod and like recognition, like, hey, take a second. I'm just gonna be right here.
As he kind of, like I said, steps away, she looks to you and is like, did not expect you to walk in with a member of the Camarilla by your side.
I don't think you should be so surprised. I saw you with Portia.
She smiles and says, she's a bright young personality here in Chicago who has big dreams.
Young
somebody I think you'd get
Camarilla
along with.
coming
And
to the Anarchs. That's not suspicious at all.
She shakes her, she kind of tilts her head to the side. Well, you know how the Camarilla is. Unless we're actively acting against them, they don't even think the Anarchs are real. They just think we're rebellious Camarilla.
Exactly. But how do you feel about gaining a little bit more territory? I hear you have been making some great decisions, and that has been helping a ton, but you haven't really made any ground.
It's a lot of shoring up support and the scatterings of who's willing to still fight for the cause and who are just trying to leave the city and find peace, and the occasional one who just went into Camarilla territory and didn't hear from him again. What do you, not to say you don't have my interest? What do you offer?
Well, let's just say I give you a little something, you give me a little something. You know the deal.
She leans in and places her elbows on the table. You've got my ears. You've got my ears in interest. What do you? Details, please.
We have a little something that we need taken care of in Madison, and I would like some of your people to assist us.
She chuckles. Madison, that place. She shakes her head. Rumors are you go there, you don't fucking come back, and I'm already thinned on the numbers as it is. I don't
What
know how
if
much
I could
can help.
guarantee they come back?
Well, I'd want to know how you would be able to guarantee that.
What if they don't come back?
Then we're on an even more weak foot than we were going into this. And the Camarilla could at any point decide, you know what? Actually, I'll take the rest of your territory now.
What if I give you more territory in exchange?
What good is more territory if I have nobody to defend it?
Backing from the gangrel.
Okay. We have a path for discussion here now. How
So
can you
maybe it
guarantee
won't
that they
be
would
your
work with you?
bodies, but there will be bodies.
She nods. The few gangrel that align themselves with the Anarch are rebellious in nature alone. How can you guarantee that the gangrel are going to work with us?
Let's just say I have my connections.
And she does a little wink and then sets lamb chop up on the table.
She leans back and you can see there's a bit of tension that is removed from her as she does so. I mean, can I be frank with you here?
Always.
What's
Also,
your
I
end?
love Frank.
She smiles. What's your end goal? What are you looking for?
You know what my end goal is.
As it always has been then.
Yeah. I'm just patient.
She just kind of tilts her head and nods. So, security and power.
Isn't that what we all want?
And are the rumors true? You still want, or you'd like to be back into the good graces of the Ventru and the Camarilla?
Good graces. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but yes.
I mean, almost like fate brought you to me. She smiles.
So you've been having some things of your own happening.
She nods.
What can I help you with?
Political powers can't exist without opposition. Sound familiar? She nods.
I'm usually on the opposition side lately.
And as far as I'm aware, lots of people within the Camarilla right now are not particularly fond of their prince.
I'm listening.
Say Anarchs smell blood in the water, weakness. You can assure me some support, financially or otherwise. And I throw a little rebellion of my own.
Ooh, I love a good rebellion.
She
She
smiles.
takes lamb chop and makes lamb chop dance a little.
But a rebellion that I don't plan on succeeding with.
Like a distraction?
No. More of a opportunity.
For what?
Well, with Anarchs as weak as they are, with as little funds as they have, they rise and strike the Camarilla, doing damage even if we do not succeed. What does that say for the security and strength of the current sitting prince?
You know what? I think fate did put us together. You see, we're planning a little something. It won't be happening anytime particularly soon, but it might happen soon enough. How quickly do you think you could get your people together for this little rebellion?
Well, I'd like to work out the details and lay out the rest of the plan. Ideally, you position yourself in a place where maybe you're one of the key reasons you're able to prevent the rebellion from fully succeeding. But
I think I could do that.
you
That
and
might
whomever.
that might also make what I'm planning a little bit easier.
She nods. I'll have an out. I'll make sure I am not a sacrifice in this game. But when the rebellion is put down, by our goodwill and resources from a once exiled Ventrue who simply just wants to rejoin the Camarilla. Who's to say you don't make a statement about the weakness of the current city's leadership?
Oh, I think I'll be doing way more than just that.
She smiles. And in that, the Anarchs will see strength where we were once weak and still could damage the Camarilla to shore up the support of those who are still straggling. With the territory you also offer, the Anarchs will have another step in power. We'll have foundation under us again. And we can provide true opposition. And then from there, may the best man or woman win.
I like a good challenge.
She nods. Looks like she's about to say something, but she stops.
So then we have a deal.
And Emmy holds out Lamb Chop's hand.
She smiles and goes, I think we fucking do. She grabs the Lamb Chop's hand and shakes. And as it shakes, cuts to the gym, where Ollie steps in. There's a couple guys throwing some punches at one another. Do you do anything? Are you just watching?
Are they kindred?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Does it seem skilled, like they've trained?
They definitely have skill, and this is like exercises in them. They're not boxers per se, closer to MMA.
Okay.
Just like much more like street level kind of brawling.
Probably like some just mentions like move from the hip, turn off the back foot, move from the hip, jaunt, lean in, jaunt. Just kind of like offering them
side
tips.
Coaching as a
sort of
side?
Yeah, side coaching, but also kind of goading at the same time.
The goading is part that takes Hook, as after you say enough that they like guys stop, like puts a hand on his friend's chest and it just turns to you. He's like, "Who the fuck are you? And can you get the fuck out?" The other guy looks over his shoulder. He goes, "Ain't that fucking Nosferatu who wishes he was like pretty? The one that hangs out above ground in the cam? Oh, yeah, you're right. What the fuck are you doing here?"
I don't know. I'm just looking at two failed boxers.
He laughs. "We ain't trying to be boxers, buddy."
Well, you ain't going to get far with that weak ass movement anyway.
Are you trying to provoke?
Yeah.
Manipulation, intimidation.
Sure. It's not great. Just talking shit, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just need to check one thing. My book's over here.
2 successes.
Yeah, I need to do the Brewhop thing real quick. Hang on. Can't remember if it's vocal.
I'll be able to pull that in Roll20 for you. Hang on. Real quick and show it. Let's see. Bruja Bane. Let's see. Bruja Bane. The blood of the Bruja simmers. What info you need?
Just what the Bane is.
Let's see. Bane. The blood of the Bruja simmers, barely contained rage, exploding at the slightest. Subtract dice equal to the Bane severity of the
Fury
Bruja.
Frenzy.
Yeah,
again.
Fury
So
Frenzy.
less dice in Fury Frenzy. Are you? I guess you would understand how. Are you trying to provoke him into a Fury Frenzy? Probably. I would assume not.
I don't know. He's a Bruja.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He rolled 2 successes, so I will say it's not enough to provoke him into a Fury Frenzy. However, he will push his friend aside, and he's like, "You looking to step in the ring with all that fucking talk?"
Yeah, I am.
He just gestures for you to step in.
Sure. Then Ollie will step in, and because like he feels like it's coming, he's gonna detach the mask. He doesn't need that snapping or breaking under their punches.
There's no real. I mean, you're not really looking, but there's no obvious reaction from them like you would get out of like a Toreador.
Definitely already called me a Nos, so it's expected.
Like he's not surprised exactly. Oh, I'm looking at them. All right, and how are you looking? Are you looking to use any powers? You're just going raw and like throwing punches.
Raw unless he starts leaning into something more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's not going to be using powers either, unless like he ended up getting like in Fury Frenzied. I want to grab my stats. Okay. Go ahead and make your strength roll.
Yeah, you got it. Strength. I got 3 successes to start.
Okay. Where's oh there it is. Okay.
Probably good. Not too hard. You don't hit him
No.
too hard.
Yeah.
One, two, three, four successes, and you got 3, so you take 1 damage.
Sure.
One superficial. I forget what it's called, blunt or whatever it is in V5.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So you immediately both step in, and as you throw a measured punch, he moves under it rather quickly and just throws a punch directly into your gut as he does so. But again, minimal damage.
Yeah.
You may make another roll.
Sure. I tell him, good. Keep it tighter. Keep it more explosive. Aim just under the ribs. And strength again.
Yeah, I'll roll mine.
I got 6 successes.
6. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 by 1 again.
More. Yeah.
Yeah. I crit. That was the only reason too. So another just crack into the side of your ribs as he comes up from the first one, as you are planting your feet down.
Good. When he goes in for the straight, hop left. Move. Small movement, small step. Hop left, and then stick and jab.
Shut the fuck up! And he goes for another punch.
Okay. I'm going to rouse the blood.
Okay.
I'm at 2 hunger.
Okay. There's my roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes total.
And I'll willpower.
Okay. Two more. All
7.
right. So you are going to do 2 damage to him. Let me mark that. So that evens you up, right?
Yeah.
And are you like, what is Ollie doing right now? Obviously he's talking, but like, is he just typical like boxing? He's gone to boxing mode and just
it's more or less like it's an earning respect. It's ring respect mostly.
Yeah. But he continues again, like are you done talking?
Yeah.
Or do you, okay. So now it goes into, he's very focused in it. And there's that annoyance quickly loses his, or rather falls from his face, and he enters a very focused state. So we can just roll here until
Sure.
one of the two of us goes down. It's just a visceral kind of brawl. It's a spar. You're not looking to actually do any damage to each other more than this. And if you want to stop beforehand, so I've got,
butt.
Brujas are like glass cannony. They're not like super deep into health pools for the most part.
He's got great rolls.
6, 7.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
just keep rolling really, really high. You keep rolling really well too. So what's that? 6, 1,
I'm
2,
gonna
3,
willpower
4,
again.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I want
8.
the upper hand here.
So you
I
actually
crit.
win by 1.
Oh,
Yeah, you
gives
crit.
me
So
a
you
crit.
win by
11.
3 total.
Two.
3 total.
Yeah.
Okay, he is down to his
Because
last
2 crits.
1.
Is he showing any signs of fatigue?
I mean, it's less about, yeah, I guess you would say consider fatigue, but you can just feel the bones breaking every time you hit, and you're about a step ahead. How much HP do you have left out of your pool?
Well, I've only taken 2.
You've only taken 2, but what's your size? I can't remember.
6.
6. Okay, and so he has the same health pool size as you actually.
Well, I've
so
hit him for 5.
Yes, he's got 1 left.
Okay.
He's got 1 HP left. So if you want to go, we'll do
Yeah,
one more roll.
I'll
But
run
yeah,
it.
you can tell he's probably feeling a little bit more than you.
Yeah, I'll run it. Seven successes.
Are you still rolling with extra dice like you've roused?
I'm actually using my grappling now.
Okay, got you. You're grappling. So you're trying to pin him.
I mean, it's
Or
like
hold him?
it's the hold. So I'm trying to keep it tight. I want this to be very tight. Oh, that's huge. He had all successes except
8.
1.
Wow, yeah, 8 successes versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So he got me
7.
for
So you've
one
got
more.
1. So you're 1.
I'm
So
at
you're
half.
at 3. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm at
you're
half.
3. Okay, so you were able to grab him. He was able to quickly kind of like slide out of your grapple and just lay an elbow into your
Sure.
chin.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll again.
Yeah. This time I'm gonna move for submit. That's what I want.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
says
So
it's
another
like a
grapple roll.
mixed martial arts, so I'm gonna utilize here for submit.
1, 2, 3. Oh, he's an NPC.
He's
I'm not
getting
gonna roll
tired.
anything.
9.
That'll be enough for you to succeed in pinning him down.
It's a critical.
Yeah, I would say technically it's supposed to go another round to see if he can break out while you do it, but with the critical, I'll just give it to you. It's only 1 HP. You'll pull it, and you'll feel the actual arm pop out of the socket, and that's what will cause him to tap out. As it pops, he doesn't scream in like pain like he would if he was immortal. It's much more muted. He's like, and he just gets up on the ground.
I'll stand up and I'll help him up.
As you go to help him up, he just kind of shrugs you off. Surprise, surprise. But you can hear the crack and click as he rolls the shoulder that's out dislocated. As he takes a moment and just concentrating, aka spending an HP a rouse check to heal up some of the damage he's done. I imagine you want to do the same.
Yeah.
Rouse check will heal you 2, I think, at your current state, your current BP.
You got it.
So you can heal 2. He heals, he's healing as well. And he cracks his neck, and he just he'll look to you, and he'll just give you like a grunt and a nod. And it's like, good fight.
Yeah.
Can I come out at the end just seeing this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like as he says, good fight, and he walks past you. The door opens faster than he.
I want to open back the curtain and peek back in after I see this. I want to ask her one more thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. We cut back over to there for a moment.
Oh, one more thing. Perhaps you'll let Ollie come back here and show these guys in the ring what they're really supposed to fight.
She kind of makes she does like a light breathy chuckle where she's like, anybody's really welcome here. Anarchs are not like the Cam in that way. Never have been. It's got to be wary around the Cam because Cam like to come in here and stab us in the fucking back.
Well, sometimes they say things that are hurtful, and some people are a little bit more touchy than others.
And sometimes they actually kill the leadership of your party.
She nods and in like a creepy grin about
absolutely. And then you whip the camera. That's when you like pull the curtain back.
Yeah. And then I come back out.
Yep.
I skip forward with Lamb Chop and I'm like,
everything's done. We're good to go.
I mentioned to the two, I'm guessing they're 2 Bruja, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I tell them about the pub and the ring in the basement.
They don't talk back or bark back at you. They just both kind of nod and quickly seem to try to go back to what they were doing.
Oh, and you're welcome back here anytime to beat their butts. I already made sure of it.
Oh, all right. Noted.
And no one should be giving you trouble. And if they do, just let me know.
So it's done then. It was that easy.
Yeah. We got something extra out of it too. But I'll tell you whenever we're, not here.
Okay. All right. Keep me informed. Okay, let's go. Let's beat feet.
Well,
I'll fill him in once we're somewhere safe.
You want to do it back at the bar when everybody gets back together?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say you're heading back to the bar. Dakota and Ava. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are you? Bodies taken care of?
We're headed to. I guess we're gonna go head out to the band's studio.
Shop, yeah. Yeah. You want to meet? You want?
Because we gotta go try to get Damien to maybe help us get some extra, meat on the scene.
Yeah.
You get there, and that tonight was a practice night, and so as you head there, and you get they're still practicing at that point. They probably have like another hour or so of practice, which is fine. You have time to kill. If the two of you want to have a conversation, feel free. Otherwise, we just fast forward an hour.
Dakota probably touches up the graffiti that she had kind of put out back, during that time, because it gets graffitied over or mildew or whatever on the brick wall. And Ava, you get to see that she's like put a tag up that is one. I don't know if Ava knows the songs or not, but if she did, which let's see what the CD, it would be Graffiti Heartbeats is the tag. And she's like been working on it, and she's just touching it up and whatever cheap paint she finds and goes back in the bag.
Is this a regular thing for you?
No. Why would you think that?
Because I see your older symbols on
I was just touching it up, just coming back by to make sure it looks nice and fresh and
well,
it can be seen.
It looks great.
Thanks.
An hour passes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Weirdly, like Dakota's kind of been found out. Like she didn't even think about Ava being here. Then now that Ava is, there's probably questions. Dakota's like, yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. Unless Ava prods. Yeah.
Eventually, the band starts filing out. Nero kind of walks by, but you had to remember, if you don't remember, a couple nights ago, you had a literal normal ass date with Nero.
Oh, we did. Yes.
That's when you were gone in real life, and you literally nothing weird happened at all.
We're on good terms now.
Yeah, you're on fine terms as far as you can tell. Yeah. But eventually Damien obviously catches Dakota's eye, and after he's done saying his goodbyes to Kathy and all, he makes his way over, and he's like, hey, surprised to see both of you two here.
As Damien's coming over, I like nudge Ava. I was like, hey, go talk to Nero.
Okay, good luck.
Like, try not to
Ava
look
walks
nervous.
away,
Yeah.
and Damien watches like, I
She-
don't think she's gonna have a. Nero's busy tonight with Kathy.
Oh.
In what way? No.
Does that stop? He didn't whisper it. He said it out loud as you were about to walk away. If he
I'll
stops you-
ask.
yeah, he just goes. He goes band shit. As far as I know, they're not.
Okay.
He shakes his head. They're not.
Okay.
Trust me, they're not.
I was just wondering.
Nothing to worry about.
So,
Is everything good?
well, so remember, I kind of looked at Ava like I don't.
Oh my
Dakota
God.
doesn't even know where to start.
Do I need to go see Jackson?
Yeah, I did. And he's
No, he said, do I need to go?
Oh, possibly, but we are moving forward quickly on the last task assigned to us by Jackson, and we could use some extra manpower.
I'm not always in on the full details, so what exactly are you doing? I've been busy on my own for him.
She debates, like, should the Hound know this? Do I want to compromise Damien, right? Because if he doesn't know, he's safe from, like, he's in a weird position. And so Dakota kind of gets quiet. She says, look, we've located an asset that needs to be taken care of. But he's old and powerful, and we have word that hunters will also be on site. More than likely waiting for us to make the first strike. While we're weak, they'll do the same. I have the gangrel ready, and we're seeking some other support, but it's off-site, and it's in Madison. I know you
And what are you
can.
hoping that I can do or Jackson can do? Send his people?
Reinforcements.
I'll see what I can ask him, but I mean, it's not going to be so simple. He's had his hands busy for the past few weeks as well. A lot of stretched resources. He's been in contact with some of the anarchs.
Oh. Interesting. Well, that is Jackson's business. But I thought since you were maybe the sheriff and had hounds or other muscle at your disposal that you might be able to...
He tilts his head a bit as he shrugs his shoulder. He goes, well, unfortunately, I'm one of the only ones that can make their way into Anarch territory for him. It's not all that weird if the sheriff has to go into Anarch territory. Shit has to be dealt with. So I've been his back and forth.
We'd appreciate it. Because, you know...
I'll ask, obviously. I just can't
Thanks.
make any promises.
Nobody ever can. I can't promise they'll come back. So, it's a hard sell.
Okay, well, all of us involved in this kind of understand that. That's the truth for everybody.
Yeah, and, you know, while we're here, I thought I'd let you know, Ava's planning a party at the theater, aren't you? Ava, and we could use a band.
Yes.
Hell yeah. That'd be sick.
I was thinking maybe we could time it around the release of your new album. I know it's still in the like pre-release and everything. So
That'd be great. I'll obviously have to run it by Kathy, but I can guarantee you she'll say yes.
that would be great. I think it's a great timing. So whenever you guys are planning on actually, when you get a launch date and everything, let us know. We'll plan it around then.
He nods and kind of gets a very, kind of, I wouldn't say coy, but just like a subtle grin, a subtle smirk. Well, if there's anything else I can do for the two of you, I actually do need to go see the big man himself.
I imagine we'll have much to talk about, so even in his busy time, if he can make any time for the loud ones.
No, I'm sure
we'd
he will.
appreciate
He
it.
always, he did, yeah, Damien nods. He's like, I'm sure he will. He always does. It was good to see you, both of you. And he waves to both of you.
Yeah, it was great. Bye, Damien.
See you,
Have a-
Damien.
See you, Dakota. Bye, Miss Eloise. And he leaves.
And I whisper, you're always so cool and calm and collected, you just like you know what to say. How do you do that?
Just be yourself, Dakota. Just be normal. Yes, normal. That's a thing. You do it all the time.
Just it's fine. I'm not even worried about it. It was cool. I was cool. I was fine.
We need to like
At least
get
I
you
didn't
to like
trip this time.
Oh gosh, you need help. We need to get you to
Sis,
make
the woman
like
who kills every man she takes into a bedroom.
that. Those are not actual interested men. Like this is a man. This is somebody you're interested in.
He doesn't know. No, he's very cool.
We need you to make a move, Dakota.
I wouldn't even know where to start, so I let you do it by inviting him to the theater.
Oh my god. I cannot be the one to make the moves for you.
Yeah, but it's a good start. You did it way better than I did.
Okay, how about this? At the party,
Right.
when it happens.
When what happens?
When we have the party.
Oh, okay.
At the end of Baby Chorus's performances.
Okay.
Ask Damien out.
To do what?
Oh my god. Ask him out on a date. Go skateboard. Go to the skate park. Or something like that. Or a music shop, a record shop. He likes music.
Yeah, do you know where there's a okay. You know what? I will simmer on that idea because it is good and
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's time, Dakota. You've been sitting here.
He's busy. He's the fucking sheriff.
He's the sheriff, and we're busy too. We got busy schedules, so you make time in your life. It feels like for
maybe
people.
that's something post sandwich annihilation. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Even in the most dire of desperate of end of world times, you still need somebody to do. You need some normal date things. Okay. He's because of his stresses of his life and your life. It might be nice.
He never seems
you.
stressed. He's cool. He's cool as fucking cucumber.
I go out with Nero all the time, and he's a very busy man too. He's in Baby Chorus. Just do it.
Yeah,
we're making this happen at the party.
Okay, yeah.
Period.
You come with me.
I will lead you after their set. We will go to the back.
Can vampires throw up? I feel like I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh. It is so normal. This is the most normal thing a person can
happening
do.
on the way back to the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We're like walking back, and I'm like,
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know. Okay, you know what? That's a problem for another day because it's just we're just planning.
As you swing the back door open to the lights up pub where Emmy and Ollie have been for a bit now because they took a car.
I'm like, shut up, Ava! Don't stop talking about it.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey, everybody's back. Family's home. Mr. Sis, and he like punches your shoulder, Dakota.
I was like, who are you referring to as sis? I was concerned for a moment.
We just argue all the time like siblings. I thought it would be hilarious. All right, fine. Not as funny as I thought it was.
punch him back a little too hard.
Fuck. God damn it.
It's true, and it's almost like Grant is also your sibling.
See? Told you.
Yeah.
That's all very weird.
How did this little group of vampires become so incestual? So weird.
Could we not? Ew.
Also, he's Uncle Grant now.
Ooh.
See?
Ew.
Told you. I told
That's
you.
even
right.
creepier.
He is.
And my 200-year-old niece like talks about penises as a 9-year-old. It's very confusing.
I'm very
Yes.
confused now. Please tell me you all have good news.
Yes.
I
How
have
did it
great
go?
news.
I punched a guy a lot. That's what I
It
know.
had nothing to
That's
do with the deal.
great.
That was just separate.
Did you?
Did you make a deal?
She hasn't told me yet.
I was waiting for everybody to get together because I thought you might like him. Anyways, so first we saw Portia with our little our little anarch friend. So that would give me a little like, hands up on things, which was really nice. But anyways, basically she's gonna give us some anarchs to go to Madison with us. But in return, she wants help with a little rebellion, which actually is perfect because it's going to set us up for something as well. So I'm thinking that when we have the Elysium start, we have them do their rebellion at the same time. It's perfect.
I love that.
Yeah, but what?
And then I'll clean it up and I'll look like a hero, and then I will gain favor with the Ventru, and then we'll slowly make people think that something's wrong with the prince, which will be pretty obvious, and the rest is from there.
But
Although I did offer that the gangrel will help the anarchs and something, so you may be on the line for that.
Okay. Gangrel can be neutral, and we can help both parties, especially
That's what I
achieve the
figured.
same ends, but not at the Elysium.
Oh.
We can't protect them and fight for them at the Elysium.
No, but you just, fake it a little bit.
Have you ever seen me lie successfully and or fake anything? Most Gangrel are, it's either a do or die kind of situation. Fighting starts.
Well, that's something that you're gonna have to sort out. I got everything else done. What do you
You're
want
right.
from
No,
me?
I don't want nothing from you and me. Nothing.
Well, that's good. We secured the deal then.
We did.
I think
You
it's
have a
good...
weird look on your face,
At
Ollie.
the small cost of a fake
Do you
rebellion.
need to poop?
No, I kind of wish I would have went to that back room so I could have got more details.
Well, at
on
least
this
you got to
because
punch
you're
a guy.
Definitely. I was hoping there would be a lead into an introduction as opposed to, I got it sorted, Ollie. Let's go now. You could come back and fight them anytime you want. I mean, that's cool and
Hey,
neat and all,
that's
but
cool. That's good
That's
for
supposed to
you.
be like, are you pretending to be me? Are you mocking me?
I am not, first and foremost, 9 years old. Secondly, I am not a woman. Yeah, that's as close as I'm going to get to your voice.
Oh yeah, and Ollie might wear a dress and do dress up with me.
That is
Well, that's
fucking
brand new.
false.
That's
Whoa.
That's
Oh, no
really
planet.
new.
Family affair got real
We are
intense
no
very
longer allowed
quickly.
to split the party.
What happens? What happened? Did you guys like fracture your brain into multiple bodies, and when you all get away from each other, you get stupider?
No, but that would be cool.
Coming from the guy who flips burgers.
And who got a date with one of you? Types, one of your types, one of your kind.
Grant, the
That
last
sounds
time you got
really
a date
wrong as
with
well. You know what I mean, right?
the last time you got a date with one of us.
You got
I got
kidnapped.
you all
got
pulled a
kidnapped.
prank on me and broke my poor little heart.
Yeah, so maybe brag about it after the date's over.
Fair point.
Okay. You know what? We'll take the W.
What kind of introductory would you like, Ollie? I can give you more details. I just figured, why not just cut to the chase? That's just the way I am.
No, no, no.
Choose been true.
This could
I
work.
could have just told you a whole story. I mean, I saved that for whenever I'm trying to convince someone to do something for me, but, I don't feel like you need convincing.
Well, we talked to the sheriff, who is Bruja, and put the word in that we could use some backup. He's gonna.
Ollie beat up some Bruja.
Way to go, Ollie.
Thanks.
Why did you beat up Bruja?
Why not?
I mean, he
guess-
stood up. Nothing. We both walked away from it. They were sparring.
Oh,
I took an opportunity.
Oh.
weird anarch shit. Right.
Well, we have a fight club at
I mean-
bottom of Ollie's bar.
I invited
I
them.
got
They
a
didn't
great
seem to be
idea.
tickled.
What if we do a big battle
Like a
Big
fight
battle?
night?
in the ring? Yeah,
Oh, I do love
Anarchs
fighting.
versus Camarilla in the fight. That'd be
Oh,
great. It would
I
bring a lot of people, a lot of business.
We could make a lot of money.
That's what I was thinking.
There's a little
Not that I-
rebellion that
not-
they prefer to have first.
Not that I need a lot of money for anything.
You're very subtle, Dakota.
I am. That's why I said that.
I told you I could help you.
No, I don't even.
Are you still trying to figure out that
No,
thing?
I have
Is nobody
$32.
gonna- Is nobody gonna ask what happens
Oh,
to the
I'm-
rebellion? Are they gonna win or lose? Like she brought up a rebellion, and you're like, all right, cool.
Oh, all right.
You're like, what do you
What-
mean a rebellion?
What is this rebellion? I mean, the
Well,
anarchs
it's
are like
not
little
really
bugs.
a rebellion. That's why I did it in quotations.
Oh, so it's a fake rebellion.
Yeah, I'm gonna win
Why do they want a fake rebellion?
because they want me in good favor, so I can put, fussy words in the prince's eyes, and it makes it so that they get more,
Land?
backing.
Wait, how did you tell them
Backing.
about that? About the land?
I didn't. They brought up the rebellion on their own.
So then they don't want the land at all?
No, they want the land too.
Of course they do.
But you didn't tell them how much land.
They didn't really ask.
Our
They were
mistake.
clearly preoccupied with other plans.
Also, I feel like she just trusts me.
You have a history.
Okay, well, I
You
don't...
know, that's what happens when you have history with
So
people.
what do they get
Ollie.
out of the deal with a fake rebellion?
Why do I feel like that was a jab?
It's kind
it
of like
gives
when
you-
you were mocking me poorly.
In case you need a refresher, basically what she said was like, the Anarchs are really weak, and if they are able to strike the Camarilla and do damage, even if they lose, it would shore up
If we
support of
win.
other Anarchs.
Yeah.
It would empower them. And give
Yeah,
them,
so that's what I basically said. They'll get more backing.
Got it.
From,
it'll uniquely make the Prince look weak, even if she wins, and it makes the Anarchs look stronger.
They want the
That's sweet.
optics, and that's really good for us because making Bella look weak secures Jackson's potential
Exactly.
step up.
Everything is falling into place. That's what I said.
Which may bring to mind that Damien said Jackson's been talking to the Anarchs, actually.
Damien mentioned something about Jackson talking to the Anarchs, which I thought was weird at the time, but now it makes sense. If he's using them, which he already did for Genghis.
Oh, rest in peace, Genghis.
It's clear that he already probably knows.
And Genghis is
Interesting.
just another example of why we shouldn't work with Layla.
and Emmy looks right at Ollie.
I'm gonna send you to your fucking room.
Okay, well this is
You just try.
I
I
mean,
don't even have a room yet.
if she's right, if Emmy's right, and what she said is true, and it makes the Prince Bella look uniquely weak, it would make sense for Jackson to want to get on the ground floor and do that because it would give him an opportunity to step up.
It's all political.
Yeah.
It's good for
all
us.
political. All political.
All right.
It is a manufactured rebellion for both sides to benefit.
And it works perfectly with our plan.
Ollie is going to leave. He has had enough. Like he's had enough of this 9-year-old. He's literally in front of everyone, just fucking pops invisible, and he's like, "Fuck this," and he walks out. He's just gone.
He's grumpy again.
Lumpy.
I'll go talk to him.
Dakota
Yeah.
steps out
You
and
go
probably-
talk to him
And
Good
Emmy
luck.
will like lean into Ava and be like,
hope they kiss.
And I'll kind of like I will give Ollie a moment to himself so I don't like chase after him.
Yeah,
I
you're not,
slow
like, on top
walk
of him.
after him to give him a moment to catch some fresh air, and I will attempt to catch up to him.
I mean, it's up to Ollie if you do. I imagine, unless he says
It's
otherwise.
Ollie,
you
yeah.
do.
You're gonna have to hunt him because he, as soon as he steps outside, it's. I've roused. I have gone invisible. I don't even know what that looks like for him right now anymore. He may just run into a brick wall. It's easier bolting through bricks than it is talking to Emmy 90% of the time.
And you're also extremely hungry now too.
Yes.
Okay,
You
so
went to 4 hunger going
Angry.
invisible.
I
Needs a Snickers.
do I know he's hungry? Because that's a different situation. That's like the
and you don't
trainer
know.
situation.
You wouldn't have seen him either. He went invisible, so there's like no way.
I'll just step outside and I'll try for him to hear me. I'm like, Ollie, come on, let's take a walk.
You probably hear it. I mean, you're not like it's not like you have celerity speed.
No, he's not. He's not running away.
Yeah.
You can tell. Like he's short about it. He's like, why do we want to fucking go for a walk? Why? Where are we gonna go?
Because I asked you nicely. Please.
Fuck. Fine. And
You
he'll
can
come back.
You can stay invisible as whatever.
And he kind of ripples back in.
Yep.
Okay. What's wrong?
I don't know. I don't have the words for it. I am drawing at straws on my sanity.
Okay. Well, what other ways would you like to communicate other than words?
I don't know.
That dumpster right there could be punched.
I hit some guy tonight a lot, and it didn't really make me feel any better.
Okay, do you want me to ask questions or just like do you want to just chill?
I mean, ask. You know, we're always we kind of hit a wavelength.
Okay,
and we
why are
kinda
you mad
muffle
at your
some stuff.
grandma?
Because she's an asshole. She's a
Okay.
tiny asshole.
She is, but you wanted her here.
Yeah, because I thought that she was going to have some sort of insight onto a past that for some reason I feel like is important for me to hang on to.
But-
And all she's done is tell me how I'm a superhero this and Cape Crusader that and how I've got too big of a heart. And what the fuck is the point?
Okay, I grab Ollie's hand and I was like, come on. And I change the direction we're walking. And I start walking south towards our territory.
Sure.
And I don't act like I'm walking in any particular direction, like we're headed towards the location. I just walk until we get there. And I just let him go on about Cape Crusader and Emmy Blah and Emmy Blah. And I finally stop and I'll just kind of turn him around and I show him the comic book shop and the for sale sign. And I was like, well, that's yours, Cape Crusader. The comic book shop is yours. It's gonna be yours.
I mean, I don't own a block. This probably belongs to someone.
Nah, it's gonna belong to us. And you, specifically, this is gonna be your comic book shop.
Well, why'd you do that?
Well, because, you got us all gifts, and you didn't get yourself anything, and it felt like maybe you should be reminded that in Amy's eyes, you are a Cape Crusader. You came in after 200 years and gave her a family and something fucking real. And just because she thinks that doesn't mean she's gonna change who she is. But like, I don't know, you're Cape Crusader to a lot of people, and it feels like sometimes you need a space to step out of the rink. Plus, you could have, like, their stupid cosplay nights or furry shit or whatever, and you could show up and nobody would care.
Would you show up?
Well, I guess if it's furry night, it seems appropriate. I made a joke.
Well,
I mean, it's on our blog, and nobody has to know it's yours. You don't have to share it. It doesn't have to be neutral ground. It's just yours.
Maybe at this point it hits you, or just a trickle in your thought, Dakota, in your mind, Dakota. Everything he's talking about, his grandma, and the way, she is and how she speaks to him. There's echoes of memories there. It's similar to when you, Dakota, not the same, obviously, and there's not the same drives and not, but the similar is when Dakota was consistently looking for somebody for answers. To find, whether it was Prince Bella or whatever, you were looking for family of your own in a way that was going to fill a void that only you could fill. And as it sounds to him, like as he speaks, like the disappointment of Emmy almost being like every other kindred. It's a shot in the gut for somebody he maybe, or maybe not, imagined to be someone they weren't going to be. To give him those answers, to give him that closure that he never got. Just find it interesting. There's echoes of similarities between the two, and I feel like maybe Dakota would draw those lines. She doesn't have to act on it, you don't have to say anything. I find it interesting.
Why do you read comic books, Ollie?
I don't know. Their lives always felt so much more interesting than mine.
You think that's the same now?
Shit, in some ways, definitely. In some ways, 100%. But, I mean, I don't know. They certainly don't feel as dramatic, as fatal in so many ways.
But they still inspire you to do good and be better and save the day, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a comic book, so if that's just who I am morally.
I think what I'm saying is, I can tell it bothers you that Emmy isn't maybe the grandma you expected her to be. But if you're her Cape Crusader, you have a chance to help her see a different path.
Yeah, I'm tired of feeling bad about being who I am.
Why would you feel bad about who you are?
Well, it's a constant reminder and the degradation in the comments about how it's not going to work this way because Ollie is this way and he expects too much of people. And it's like, is it that hard to expect people to have some moral standing?
Yes, it is.
Why? Why is it so hard so much to ask
because
for?
If everybody in the comic books had good moral standing, there'd be no superheroes. It's a burden you gotta bear, Ollie. It's like the burden I bear of being a gangrel leader. It's not really what I want, but it gives me what I want. You want a family. You want to do right by Emmy. Stay connected to your past. She's rough around the edges, but so am I, so is Ava.
Yeah, we all are. You're not wrong.
And the fact of the matter is, she has helped us a lot. And I think...
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see that. Sometimes it's difficult to see that because of the nature of who we are as kindred. Is she helping us because of the goodness of her heart, or is she helping us because it's just a power play for her to call back on another point? Because I'll tell you this much. I'm not helping her because I want a bunch out of her. Sure, I might need some things, but it's due to the necessity of our survival, but she can survive just fine without climbing back into power and priority and people recognize. The only thing that being recognized has brought me is trouble, heartache, bullshit, drama.
I understand what it is to be accepted by your clan, to want to be. You may not like your clan, but yours accepts you so easily. She's been ostracized from hers.
My clan loathes me.
I don't think that's true, considering the fact that Snitch has offered you his seat.
I think it's because all of the others are just sticking their head in the sand, and I think he's ready to fold.
Then maybe that's just another person to save. Ollie, if there's one thing you are really fucking good at, it's putting your fist up and fighting. Why give up now?
I'm not giving up, man. It just...
Yeah, you are. Look at you, and I gotta push his shoulders back to stand him up.
I promise I'm not giving up. I'm at wit's end with the toddler. With an ancient fucking toddler.
I understand. Maybe have a real conversation with her?
I promise I've tried.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's getting anywhere because with absolute honesty on the table, it's constantly a word game. It's some word game and puzzle and association. And trust, I don't mind them, but I don't even feel like I'm chipping away at anything. I don't know if any of it's working.
Ollie. I kind of put my hand on his chest. I'm like, may I make a suggestion?
Please, I'm all ears.
Maybe stop treating her like a child. It really helped me when people stopped treating me like one. What if you treated her like she was 200-year-old instead?
I promise I have tried.
And I don't doubt it. Just a happy reminder.
You know what you should do? Call her Amelia and see how she responds.
I don't really need to know the answer to that predicament. I trust that it won't end well. For her.
I don't think it ends poorly. But I think that conversation about treating her like an adult, we had that conversation. And I asked her if she wanted to be Emmy, or Amelia. And I told her that I would even help her find someone that would physically age her up the way that she felt that she was supposed to be. And she has no idea what she wants in regards to that. Now, she's broken, right? We're all fucking broken in so many ways, but just figured she would have an idea. It's her, right? Like you know what you want to do with you as your own person and body. I feel like after 200 years, I would have the clearest laser-focused vision about what I would want to do with my body.
Sometimes it's not that easy, you know? I've thought about it, like how nice would it be to not look like a fucking 16-year-old?
Well, let's get it.
But I don't actually want that. It helps me in so many ways. It's not only a helping thing, but this is who I was before. It is the last piece of me, and if I change it, I am no longer really Dakota Rain. Does it suck? Yeah, it fucking sucks. But maybe it's actually working for Emmy. She's lived 200 years. Most kindred can't even say that. And maybe she likes looking like an 8-year-old.
I don't know. I just think I'm tired of feeling like a bad guy for having convictions.
Ollie.
That's all.
She literally called you her Cape Crusader. You're not the bad guy in her eyes.
I desperately want to believe you, but there's nothing you can say that's going to stop her from making me think she's an asshole right now.
You're not always going to like her. You haven't always liked me, you haven't always liked Ava. Hell, you've not even always liked yourself.
Yeah, you're right on the money.
But that doesn't change who she is. Or why you feel so connected to her.
I don't know. That's what I don't know. I don't know if I feel some sense of obligation or there is some history there that is unexplored or what, but she walked into my life and she's one of the few that I haven't pushed out. So that's got to mean something.
Exactly. So why does it matter what the reason is? It's okay to sometimes just... It just is.
Yeah. It is.
So be mad at her. It's fine. What do they say? Your feelings are valid.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, your fucking feelings are valid. She can be a little fucking asshole.
Be real with you, they don't say that to guys.
What?
They don't say that to guys, that the feelings are valid.
Well, that's unfair.
Hell yeah, it's unfair. Are you kidding me?
Okay, well...
I couldn't approach any guy my age. I'd be like, stop being a pussy, rub some dirt in it.
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is in a lot of ways.
So, stop rubbing dirt in the Amy situation, you pussy.
I swear to God. Oh, you're fucking lucky you're cute, okay? You're lucky you...
I'm just saying. Life's not so fucking bad, Holly, even if your mom's or your grandma's an asshole. Some kindred don't even have their grandmas anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and they definitely aren't as cute as her. Or as fucking weird.
You're also right about that.
So fucking cheer up, man.
Okay, but I swear, if I hear her talking about penises again, the way that she's been talking about them, I'm fucking dipping. I'm gone.
So she's sex positive. Get over it, Ollie.
She's 8 years old.
She looks 8 years old. She is 200.
She's 200, but it is weird to hear the verbal enjoyments about a penis out of an 8-year-old.
Oliver Hopkins, and all the things that have happened in this evening, the weirdest thing is hearing the word penis out of an 8-year-old's mouth. Ava swallowed a strange fucking moth, and a dude burst into a bunch of moths and just disappeared out the front door like it was a fucking Tuesday night. Perspective, sir.
Okay, so I have a line. I have a limit. That's not so bad, right?
I'm not saying
I'll do the
you don't
same
have
thing
a
for you. Ready? Are you ready for this? Damien.
What about him?
Oh, there we go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit got weird, right?
No, I'm not weird.
Didn't it? Not even a little bit.
It's not weird.
Okay.
What about him?
Not even the weirdest. He's cute, ain't he? Look at him. Look at his.
Fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he is.
No, I meant like he's normal looking.
Yeah. No, I mean he is.
Why does it matter? I've already talked to him, and he agreed to help us.
That's actually great news.
Yeah. And Ava convinced him to play at her big art opening.
Oh, so she's actually going to go through with the theater.
Yeah. Guess what, Crepe Crusader? You inspired somebody else. Oops.
Oh. That feels nice.
And as he says that, our camera wistfully looks up to the sky as his gaze does, and will slowly fade to black. And we'll be back next week with another episode where we'll see what happens on the full moon.
Did not realize it was already 8 o'clock, everybody. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we went
holy crap, holy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a hot minute. Clearly, we were all very excited to be back. We will see you all next week, everyone.